Let's start with a little bit of a recap. So, what did we do last week? I think we
Set up
started.
a
We started last week on the ship, where you started by stealing some treasure. Some of you from the
I think
chest.
I'm the only one who didn't.
You're the only one who didn't. Out of the
But
chest of the
beef.
deep. All while Jiminy took notes on who had wet sleeves when she came into the room, and Lucius was wiping his hands off on his pants, if I remember correctly, when Jiminy came in the room. But yeah, you stole some treasure. Then you heard Jiminy talking to the skull, the disembodied skull, which you learned was Benedetta the traitor, um, a mythical character in pirate lore, who you overheard a little bit of their discussion, and it sounded like they would be heading to look for the Trident of Speed, using Benedetta's knowledge, whatever that might be, to help. She sort of shut off the rest of that negotiation and made it private. Y'all got a share of the booty, the pirate booty, and you agreed to become mates on the ship, in order to hunt down um, Jakey Smiles. And so, one thing I want us all to just think a little bit about, I think maybe I mentioned this last week, is um, what kind of thing you might want to do on the boat when we actually get on the boat. We're probably not going to get on the boat today, but what kind of job you might want to do. And this has some role playing implications only because there's going to be some role playing challenges on the boat, and getting to know some of the other sailors is going to be helpful. So having people in different areas, having someone who's a cook so they can be in the kitchen and learn what the cooks are talking about might be helpful. So those are things you can think about. But then, after the agreement with Jiminy, you left the boat. She said, "Come back when you have found out more information about Jakey Smiles." She said that she had some more provisions she needed to get before they sailed out. So when you return, they can make way. And you had a few other loose ends to tie up in town, so you decided to go back to Earshore, and continue some of your other research. When you got back to Earshore, you had a strange encounter with a Kugong Furbolg, who seemed to be watching you, but when you tried to pursue him, he fled, and you pursued even more harder, and he had to use some of his magical abilities, eventually teleporting away when Raphael cornered him in an alley. After that strange encounter, you talked about it a bit and realized that his scabbards were a bit scarlet, and that might be an indication of why he was after you. But you couldn't find him after he disappeared, and so you went back to your normal work. You completed some of your training. I think all of you who had ongoing training completed that. And Lucius decided, well, let's go look out. Let's go see if we can finish my loose end, which was the Dobler estate. Let's see if we can find the Dobler estate. Lucius went investigating to the Liquid Library, where he was told by the bartender Gerwin that he could find out maybe more about the Dobler estate if he asked one of the local. I was going to call him a wino. That's not what you call them when they're wealthy. But
no, no, no. This
yeah,
is the opposite.
yeah, he's a connoisseur of the vineyards, and
Oh, he's a rich wino.
he was a rich one, exactly. He's rich
Okay,
wino,
understood.
and he did recall the Dobler estate to some regard. At least he remembered a Dobler uh, brand of wine that hadn't been brewed for at least 100 years. But he gave the important information to Lucius that The Dobler estate actually turned into the Eiselkross estate about 100 years ago.
100 years ago.
And the wine was renamed the Eiselkross wine. And so they still make wine. And Lucius said, "Oh, I got a plan." He's got a plan still. His plan was to come and try and talk to the owners of the Eiselkross estate, and was able to get you all a tour of the winery by one of the vintners, Walber, who gave you a little bit of Eiselkross history as well. And in that Eiselkross history, I won't go through all of the details, but he named a couple of the important leaders of the family. There was Georg, who was the original patriarch of the Eiselkross family, who founded the Eiselkross wine line about 100 years ago, or over 100 years ago. His son Mikhail ran the winery for a number of years, and then he passed them on to his two sons, Gregor and Wilhelm, who are the current owners of the Eiselkross estate, and they live here with their family and their workers. And you learned all this, and Lucius tried to get a meeting with Gregor and Wilhelm, and Walber agreed that he would try and set up such a meeting, and he would send messages to the Pink Pearl, where you're staying, when such a meeting were set up. And that's where we left off last day. And so we can pick up here if you like, exactly where we sort of see here, standing outside the Eiselkross estate, having just finished your tour. What do y'all want to do?
Okay, so this is the Eiselkross estate and not the Dobler estate?
They're the same thing.
It's the
Same thing. Okay.
Except for Dobler was 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Got
The
it.
only reason I
Okay.
want to look in there is because Tristan was found there at some point in time.
That's
and
what I'm remembering that now.
I could
yeah.
dig through it, but I can't dig through it without getting inside.
Got it.
Well, I'm gonna lean over to Lucius. Is that guide dude still with us?
No, you're out, and I'll just say you're just out of earshot of these two guards.
Boy, Lucius, you learn anything of particular usefulness, or are we gonna need to do some other investigations?
No, we're gonna need to be in the house.
All right. Well, what's the plan then? Do you want us to get invited into the house, or should I invite myself?
Well, we're already invited. I'm thinking you don't show up.
Right. Right. I have prior plans, you see.
Very busy pirate you are. And then you can come in while we're keeping him busy.
Pirate. I'm a gentleman of the sea.
I'm thinking you could just break in while we keep him busy.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Shouldn't
I
be an
was just
issue.
I was just being tongue in cheek about being a pirate, because I am actually a pirate.
Also, if we just go buy you like an invisibility potion, that'd be even better.
I might have one. Give me 2 seconds to look. I haven't opened my character sheet yet because we were just talking shit for a second. Alright.
I think some of us can cast invisibility.
How
too.
young?
I have a potion of invisibility on me already. But yeah, it'd be better to start by me getting invisibility cast, and then I can have that potion as a backup. If anybody here can cast invis.
I thought we had someone with invis, but maybe we don't.
No, we don't anymore.
Andrew says he has mic issues. But we could get 2 potions. I'd like to have more than one. You know? Because if we have more than one, then I can use one to get in and one to get out. If I have to.
Right. I was gonna do a quick check on the spell duration. I think it's pretty long.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, concentration up to 1 hour.
Right, but there's a lot of things that breaks invis, right?
Yeah, as long as you're not casting spells or attacking, you're fine. But
Okay, that's cool.
yeah,
I don't intend to assassinate anybody, so.
yeah. Well,
Not yet.
yeah.
This is just some petty theft.
Okay, so
Um,
yeah, so you guys were thinking about a possible plan for when the meeting gets set up.
yeah. Also, I need to go to
Oh, hold on.
the Magical Emporium real quick.
Okay,
If I'm able to.
Zaffy's Emporium.
Yep.
Yep.
I just
Uh,
need to identify a magical bracelet that I was unable to.
we have a person here who can do that for you too, I think.
Yo, what's up?
Okay, do we want to go
Uh,
back to the Pink Pearl so you guys can?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we should make some plans for sure. Yeah.
There we go. We're at the Pink Pearl. So
I'm
yeah,
gonna hand you a magical bracelet, Andrew. Or Raphael. And just say I don't know what this is. Can you take a look at it? It's obviously magical.
Let me see what I can do, mi porto. And I flip down a couple of my lenses on my glasses and start inspecting it really intensely.
okay. I ran away and I didn't hear any of that. So,
He handed it to me. I'm inspecting it.
Just
yeah. Okay.
throw
Are
a
you casting
Arcana check
identifier?
on.
You're just doing your initial pre-identify inspection.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it.
Okay. And this is Lucius's bracelet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, do a Arcana check for me to start out. All right.
Can I help him?
Sure. We'll just say you assisted, so that gives him advantage. Okay. So, the first thing you notice is that this bracelet is made out of seashells, little tiny coiled seashells that are in a spiral shape, and there's actually 3 of them that are linked together with a very delicate silver, could be an alloy of some kind, but it looks like a silver chain. You can definitely feel the tingle of them. Your initial sense is that it has some kind of something related to the ocean or the water. And how long do you want to spend inspecting it? Do you want to spend up to an hour just sort of doing your...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, while we're sitting there, I'm assuming everybody's having drinks, so.
Yeah, okay. So you get out your tools and you start tinkering, very delicately. You open the clasp, pull it aside and start looking at the different pieces and how they're put together. We'll say that some of your lenses on your goggles allow you to, better see some of the arcane elements that are built in there as well. And without too much effort, that you can tell that this is a bracelet that allows you to have a swimming speed equal to your normal swimming or your normal speed, as well as allows you to breathe underwater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look.
Oh, Lucius, I think we have something kind of interesting here. If you are going to be out in the water, I believe this bracelet will not only make you swim as fast as a fish, but it may also allow you to breathe underwater.
I just count. Okay.
I think there is obvious benefits to this for somebody of your profession.
Yeah. Yeah. It could be of use for any of us, though.
It is true. It is a helpful item to add to our repertoire.
Yeah. Who wants it? Maybe we need to roll up on it.
You don't want it? You found it, didn't you?
You can keep it, yeah. You can keep it, and then if whoever needs it can use it.
I will definitely put it on my wrist immediately. Then.
Awesome.
Yeah, if we need it, we can. And is there an item name, or do we know?
I just made this shit up. So what do we want
cool.
to call it? Bracelet of swimming.
It's a shell, right?
It's got seashells on it. Yeah, 3 seashells.
Clasp of the Clam.
Clasp of
Yeah.
the Clan. Which clan?
Clam, with an
Clam, like clam, yeah.
Clam. Oh, okay. Sure, I like
Yeah,
it.
I'm
I
using
like
that.
it.
What is it? Movement speed underwater.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a little note for mine. Clasp of the Clam.
And you can breathe underwater.
Parentheses, no vagina jokes.
No, now I need to have vagina.
Wow.
It's like this fishy
Wow.
smelling. Yeah, no, okay. So what did I say? I said it can give a swimming speed.
And you
Swimming
breathe underwater.
equal to your normal speed. And can breathe underwater.
Yeah, it's like Minecraft enchantments.
Yeah. These are just meant to be helpful. I'm like, you guys are about to be sailing around on a boat. This might be a helpful thing to have.
yeah.
Okay, and I'll also put it has 3 spiral seashells.
I also eventually have the ability to like use a lot of my time and effort to like replicate magical items later as I get higher levels.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So
about
I can
that.
I can make us all one eventually.
Oh. Oh, cool.
It'll take forever and a lot of money, but we could do it.
I'm gonna say this one is not gonna require attunement, just because it makes it easier if you want to like pass it around.
Cool.
And I'm gonna make up a price for this, but I'm not gonna tell you unless you want to do. Well, actually,
I'm praising it.
Raph was just doing his full analysis on it. That probably gives him a good idea. But Lucius, you could also do an appraisal on it as well if you'd like, or anyone can.
Sure.
But
What is that again?
um,
Investigation?
Perception.
No. Perception?
I'm thinking.
Oh, no, we're bad at that.
I know.
I kind of want to proxy history.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
I use history as the social skill.
History is good.
Excuse me. This allows me to tie in some of the history as well.
Here, I'll do one too, because I'm trained in history.
So, yeah, both of you rolled pretty well, so I'll give you the same feedback for both of you. You each can tell that, well, there's different features that you can tell. Raph, you can tell that this is definitely older jewelry. The clasps, some of the chain links, and so on are indicative of older styles of metallurgy that just are not as efficient. It's still very beautiful nonetheless, but it helps you to date it as something that's probably at least 1,000 years old. You are, well, okay, so now on to Lucius. Lucius, you're able to tell from the style that this reminds you of a certain kind of elven jewelry that is known as Vantalis, or the elven clan are the Vantalis elves, who are the in ancient times they were an empire in Buros, which is over where the Bloodshore dwarves are from, but they mysteriously disappeared over 1,000 years ago, thought to have moved into the oceans. And so the current location of the Vantalis homeworld is unknown, at least to you. But this jewelry looks like it is from the Vantalis Sea Elf Empire of ancient times. And putting all your information together on this based on both the magical powers of it and its sort of more ancient nature, you would guess that it's worth at least 1,000 gold pieces, maybe up to as much as 2,000 gold pieces, depending on who you can find to sell it off to.
I am not selling it because it's too fucking good.
Okay, so I'd like to derail the entire campaign.
Yeah.
I would like to buy a big pool, set it up in the middle of town, and impress all the villagers for money at how long Lucius can hold his breath.
Okay, that might not be super impressive with the prevalence of water breathing races and magic. So,
You just walk right into a store
yeah.
and do exactly that for like 4 gold.
Except you won't even be
Wow,
holding
that
your
goblin's
breath. You'll
an
be
idiot.
breathing water.
I'm just leaning into the carnival thing that I think is inevitable for this party.
All right. Do we want to
Well,
do this for the other item?
Didn't someone have a ring or something? Jeremy?
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
Gio?
Yes, thank you for the reminder. I was looking at my thing like, oh yeah, I have a ring that I'd like to get checked out.
Did I tell you anything about it other than it was a magical?
I have here unknown magical property.
Yeah.
I think it's because when we try to identify it, we roll low, if I remember correctly. Anyway,
No, it's what you pulled out of the chest last week, and you didn't have time to
We haven't looked at it yet.
because you stuffed it in your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. This one I've decided I'm going to call Ring of the Dolphin. I just made this shit up too.
That sounds tight.
It's got a little dolphin on it.
And it just gives you a blowhole. That's the only thing.
I can't even breathe.
That
It's not
shit
functional.
is solid.
Are you doing? Ah!
Yeah, exactly. It just makes you laugh like a dolphin. Okay, I just made this. Where did it go? Ring of the Dolphin. Okay.
That's a ship battle. Has it like an engraving of a dolphin, or like?
Yeah, exactly. It is a silver ring that is pretty big, and the top kind of looks like a signet ring, but the imprint is just a dolphin. Maybe it was a signet ring. You're not sure, but you can tell it has magical properties. Are you going to analyze this one yourself, Gio, or are you going to request for help from Raph as well?
I technically have a jeweler's background because when he was in the military, he'd sometimes have to look at valuable goods and assess them according to. Unless we want to recount on it, it's fine. But I have a. I lied. I don't. Oh wait, I have jeweler's tools.
Perfect. Okay, so you can do
I
it
like-
yourself.
Like,
Man, Geo is just like an endless like secret pit. Like I never like every once in a while I'm like, wait, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
He's just
You know?
breaking it. He's like, I thought this guy was a shepherd. He's breaking out jewelry tools.
before the shepherding, it was you gotta look at.
Sure.
He has had many past lives.
Better
Okay.
have luck. All right. Do I make a roll for that, or is that?
Yeah, do an Arcana for me.
Oh, okay, that works.
This is for the identification part. All right. So you can tell it will give you a blowhole. No. It will. I'm gonna say this one does require attunement, but if you attune to it and you speak the command word, it will turn you into a dolphin.
What fuck?
Oh, yeah, I like that.
And we can look.
That's-
Basically, it'll be like polymorph probably.
Ooh, there's a polymorpher tool that I just realized.
Oh fuck yeah, there is. I haven't figured out how to
that's
use
On
it.
the on the character sheets, you can polymorph like without having to.
Yeah.
So I will have a blowhole. Blowhole. I
Yeah,
almost
exactly.
have
Yeah,
That's why I thought it was
technically
funny.
you lied. It does indeed give you a blowhole.
That's why I thought it was funny. It gives you more than just the blowhole. If attuned, and you speak the command word, you turn into a dolphin. Let's see how long polymorph should last for. Probably really long.
Does a Geo get to pick? The
Get that Oro slit. What's that?
It's always, dude. Does Geo get to pick the command word?
Sure.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Well, do I have to go to a specific person to attune it, or is that just something
No,
that takes?
it just takes up
time.
one of your slots. So
Okay.
up to
Go
1 hour.
gadget. Go gadget dolphin should be the command word.
Go. Hmm. Hmm.
I'll say once per day.
Okay.
Turn you into a dolphin for an hour once per day.
For 1 hour, once per day.
Feels like our aquatic carnival is getting better acts as we move forward with these items.
We're doing pretty good now for a pirate crew. One of us can turn into a dolphin. I can just swim out there.
I kind of just assume Locke is a good swimmer since he
Yeah.
grew up on a pirate ship.
That makes sense.
I have a phrase for it to activate.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you guys don't think it's too farce like. But
I think it's gonna be cool.
there's a in the football world there are subreddits. There's all kinds of subreddits, but there are some subreddits. Despite all the data that's out, all the stuff you can do and home teams and stuff like that, they divide the teams up by the category of their name. So there's bird teams, there's the plunderhood, which is anyway. So there's the ungulates, which is what they allowed the Miami Dolphins to be part of the ungulates because they're technically mammals. It's a rough play. Like the Jets tried to be part of the birds teams, and then they didn't let them, and then they had to make the good league of good because they anyway. Sorry.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, dude, it's fucking. I've seen Jeremy showed me this before. It's full blown lore. It's hilarious.
Yeah, and then there's like a anyway. The phrase for the ungulate team is flippity cloppity, flippity floppity. The reason why this is relevant, and then like in parentheses flippity floppity because they had, the addendum allowed the dolphins. But what I'm saying is that makes sense for me because I have a sheep, and I can become a dolphin. So the clippity cloppity, flippity floppity, and it's kind of a decent.
I'm 100%.
I support it.
Yeah.
We support, yeah.
So let me make sure it's clippity cloppity, flippity floppity. You have to say the
Yes.
whole thing.
Yep, flippity cloppity, flippity floppity, and then I'll turn it into a dolphin.
Fuck. I think we have to hold you to this now. Like every time you turn into a dolphin, I need to hear clippity cloppity, flippity floppity.
I can hear you.
Yeah, exactly.
Flippity cloppity, flippity floppity.
You didn't say it loud enough, so it didn't work. Say it so everyone can hear. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the clippity
I like
comes
it.
before the floppity.
Yeah, don't mess it up. Clippity cloppity,
All right.
flippity floppity.
I got it in quotes on the description of the item, in case you guys are wondering. And now, looking for a nice dolphin picture for my green.
Right, perfect.
Do Echo the Dolphin. So good.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot how to. Oh, I can't upload.
What about Free Willy?
Anthony, was that a popcorn machine that I
Freeman's
heard go
good.
off in the background?
No, that was my dryer.
Bummer.
No, but Zoe just said I want popcorn, and I was like, dude, I want popcorn.
Oh, that's like if you go to Starbucks and everyone asks you for something, or like it's like now you're.
Okay, so now what do we do?
Now, what do you do?
So now,
just wait?
Mia Portos, we make a plan as to what our intentions are on the Dobler estate.
Well, I really just need to get a look at if Tristan left any sort of notes, documentations, or any leads for the rest of the Philosopher's Stone.
And is there any assurance that these things are there, or is just a hunch of yours?
There is absolutely no assurance. I know he was there, but I'm not sure if he left anything or if I'm on a wild goose chase. So far, I have a very strong magical artifact, so I'm going to go ahead and go with my gut on this one.
That makes sense. I think our options are clear. We either go in during the day and try to stay undetected, or we go in at the night time. It depends. I don't know if we should all go together, or maybe just one of us.
Well, I'm thinking once we go and meet with them, we can go ahead and have Locke here go invisible and just kind of break into the building and case the joint, see if there's anything of interest. I'm thinking maybe a secret lair, secret underground something, right? I don't know. Tristan so far has lived in a magic tower, so could be literally anything.
Locke, do you feel comfortable with this plan? Are you
Yeah.
willing to go undercover?
I mean, I just am gonna try to not get seen. I mean, it's really what I do, honestly.
That
Yep.
has been my experience.
And the capital will be forwarded to him to purchase the necessary potions to make sure he's stays silent.
Already got one of them, so.
Can we
I should
buy
probably-
like? Isn't there a spell that like makes you quiet?
Well, there's silence.
Uh,
That one's makes
That's a
everything.
little-
That's a little bit aggressive.
yeah.
I'm sure you could find something
Huh.
at the Emporium. There were like shoes of dancing. There might be potions of sneaking. You probably want potions, not shoes. Shoes will be more expensive.
Shoes would be expensive.
The Quiet Boy shoes I recall are like 2,400 gold pieces.
Is that a
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Currently, yeah.
Because I literally tried to buy those,
Oh yeah.
and they're incredibly expensive.
We will
So,
come
I
back
was like,
to the Emporium.
So, and I don't think even combined we have that much money.
No.
No.
Well, we have enough
You
for
have that
two
much
invisibility
capital,
potions.
but
I already have one. We really only need to buy one invisibility potion.
Oh, you already have one? Oh, we'll just
Yeah, I
buy
said that
one
earlier. I
then.
have it in my inventory.
Oh, so are you guys going together? Or is that just for longevity?
Just so we
Just-
always have
just
one.
need-
One for in and one for out.
Okay, got it. Yeah. All right, because your action of investigation is. and,
How
like,
much is it
picking stuff up.
invisibility again? That's
they're extra super expensive.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
gave you
very-
those being like, oh, potions of invisibility. Those sound useful, and then I find out they're super rare and expensive. But
Makes sense.
yeah, I feel like we can split the middles there because also remember you guys had that potion stuff back at the tower.
Yeah.
Worst case
we
scenario,
do.
you could go to the tower and go make yourself some potion of invisibility.
We have one invisibility potion left out of the materials we currently have at the tower.
Right. And you could probably get more materials and make potions. Like, you have a little potion factory over there. It just takes time to make them, then they're cheaper that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not worthwhile making healing potions over there because they're kind of cheap already, but making viz potions, yeah, that saves you a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have time and energy to go do that, or should we just pay for it right now?
Well, how much are they?
Well, I think,
I don't know if I want to buy it.
yeah, on the books, I think they're like in the realms of the 5,000s.
Oh, okay. So maybe we just
Yeah.
go check out the tower.
Like, I probably wouldn't quote you that, but that's what I was using to do the calculations.
Damn.
How far away is the tower? Couple days? Week?
Let's see. Yeah, it's probably like a 5 or 6. Let's see. Each of these hexes.
That's too long.
1, 2.
I think we could.
4, 5, 6.
I think we could do it in
I can
under
do
an
it
hour.
with one. I can do it. With
Yeah.
one.
I say we just do it under an hour.
And you might, yeah, there are other things, like, here's an example. A scroll of invisibility would be a lot cheaper than a potion of invisibility. One of the reasons why potions of invisibility are considered expensive, like, in a meta sense, is that they don't require concentration. And so it kind of breaks the concentration rules. And that's why the price is so high. But a scroll does not break concentration rules, and it's just way cheaper. So you could go buy a couple scrolls of invisibility, and the only problem is someone has to maintain concentration on it. Which
It's not terrible though.
yeah, that's not super terrible. Like if you're in battle,
I can do that.
right? But if you're not in battle, then maintaining concentration is pretty simple.
Warlock spell list. I think I can cast invisibility.
Yeah, I think any arcane caster can cast it.
Was it level 3?
2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. All right, I'll buy one.
Okay. Scrolls.
I'll throw it in my inventory.
Yeah, I got that down for 125. So I'll say you can probably find those easy, and if you buy more than one, you might get a discount on that stuff. Those are like at the Emporium, right on the, in the scroll cases. You could just pull out a couple if you wanted. Did anyone else have things they wanted to maybe buy at the Emporium? I think I heard someone say that earlier.
Not me.
Or was
I
that
think
you,
I'm
Lucius?
good.
Yeah, I don't think I'm in need of anything.
Okay. Anything else you want to buy, Lucius?
No.
Okay.
Nope, I'm good.
Are you only going to get one scroll or more than one?
I'm gonna get none.
None?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry. I need just 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Why, you don't
No,
have enough money?
I have the cash, but it's like a lot of it.
Okay, because I thought I gave you guys like 500 each last session.
I have 34
No.
platinum, 124 gold right now.
Yeah.
So I guess I could.
So
do
you were
like-
super poor because that sounds like exactly what I gave you last time.
You're buying an invisibility scroll right now? Is that what you're buying?
for 125 gold.
Okay, well then let's split 125 gold if we're doing
Okay.
a scroll, right? We need it, so I'll split it with you.
All right, I'll do the 65.
Okay, so I'll do 65.
Oh yeah,
Well,
you
no,
were
do
dropping.
60.
You were greasing palms
Yeah,
last
60.
time, Lucius.
Yeah, it was.
Sorry, I'll sell that to you for 100 GPs if you can find the money. Shakira, she's been training with Geo for, over a month now. She's kind of like your friend over there at the Emporium. And she hooks you up, okay? She says, don't tell her aunt. Her aunt doesn't like when she gives friends and family discounts to just anyone, but...
For how much then?
100.
Instead?
100.
Oh shit, okay.
Well, if we split it even more, like if I pitch in 25, if all 5 of us pitch in 20.
That's 20 G's, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll pitch 20 in. Are we all in agreement to pitch?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, Jeremy's not here.
Wait,
But
But he's
20,
loaded.
20 instead of what I just paid, or this for something else?
20 instead of, because if
Oh,
there's
okay.
5 of us, we all pitch in 20.
So get 40 more gold back, Andrew.
Yeah, sure.
I figured it's for the group, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Makes
fair.
sense.
And honestly, guys, if we don't find anything, I can come back. I'm
I'm
No,
not worried about not fighting.
I think we're definitely going to be able to recoup at least that much gold.
Yeah. So,
Listen
Let-
here,
let me
I'm
do
not
a-
just gonna look for your documents, dog. I'm gonna steal everything that isn't nailed down.
okay. So,
Let's be real here.
Can you also do a... Can you all just kind of tell me what your healing potion count is at right now?
Yeah, give me a sec here.
He's back,
I'm sitting on 3 potions of healing and 1 potion of greater healing.
I've got 2 graders and a normal.
I got 2 graders right over here.
I have
I have 2 regular potions of healing.
2 potions of greater healing and 2 potions of regular healing.
Okay.
Let you guys know.
I'll say that Jakira bundles 2 regular healing potions, Lucius, with the scroll and she just sort of palms them to you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Because somehow she was able to look in all of your guys' pouches and determine how many healing potions you had.
You seem a little lightweight. Yeah.
Yeah. Woo, that's crazy. Yeah, okay. That just to keep you. I don't know
I
if you're
miss
gonna need them.
I missed what you just said. Sorry.
I just got 2 extra healing potions.
Yeah, 2 extra healing potions for Lucius because he had the least. Everyone else seemed kind of loaded up.
Oh, yep. Okay.
I remember taking more potions because I've been frontlining with Dresdis, and I'm not a very good frontliner because I'm a rogue.
But you have your new skill.
I do. That's why I learned that skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you're gonna be fine now.
Yeah, you're gonna be fine. I'm just gonna send everyone at you.
Oh, I'm gonna be hidden running like I do. Sweet, sweet, fancy footwork.
Okay. I think we're good. We just need to wait for them to give the word.
Yeah. So while you're waiting, is there anything y'all want to get done in the meantime?
I think it's probably too early to start working towards another feat. So I don't know.
No, I'm just gonna be tinkering with my philosopher orb.
Okay. Okay, because you're trying to figure out.
Maybe going over notes
So
about Tristan
you
and
have
his-
this
and his
idea
time game.
about this teleportation thing.
Yeah,
Is this something you want to like
I do.
get
Yeah, I
started
think that
on?
sounds awesome.
Okay. So I mean, if you're interested, maybe you could go to the libraries or otherwise. I mean, whatever you think would be the best lead to get started on that. You could also wrap in Raphael if you wanted, since he might have some ideas on that. Um,
Yeah, I'll go to the local library, the academy.
okay. Locke, do you want to do anything in a couple days off or handful of days off?
Uh, I do I want to do anything? I guess I would like to.
Look into Jakey, or that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'm gonna look into Jakey.
Okay.
Is there like I think I don't know. I was thinking maybe if there's like a I guess I could just go down to fuck, what's the name of that?
Rum bucket.
The rum bucket, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I was already down there, obviously.
That was where
But-
you got. I mean, that was your last best lead, anyways. I mean, you saw
Yeah.
some of them down there, anyways.
And it's been a while since I was there, so it probably's cooled down. So I could probably go back. And yeah, I'm gonna go to the rum bucket.
Okay. Geo, anything you want to get up to in a little bit of downtime?
Practice my. I mean, if we have enough downtime, I'd give the old charming fire wheel a go.
Oh yeah, you still have a little bit more. Okay, we'll do. So you can do some training on your fire charm, and then Dresdis, anything you want to do during a little bit of downtime?
I don't think so.
Go hang out with the Blazing Halberds, or
Yeah, I'll probably just hang out with him.
okay. All right. So maybe I think I want to start with Lucius and Raph. Why don't you two? Are you gonna do the research together as a team or split up? And
No, we'll do it together.
okay, then
Yeah,
I'll
makes
say
sense.
one of you can do a investigation check, and it's
I'll
with
take care of that.
advantage.
Added advantage.
At advantage because you got Raph's help.
Okay.
All right. So you start out, Lucius, by leading Raphael into the university district. Maybe I'll load up Earshore so we can look at that map. Oh, wait. We're right already in the university district.
Boom.
But you actually you come up the big stairs. You pass the Forum of Galwin, and we have, which one is it? 11 or 12? Let's check. The Library of Histories and the Library of Mysteries. So we want the Library of Mysteries because you're studying magic. So you go over to number 12, which is the Library of Mysteries, and there's also some other arcane like schools of study over here. And you get into the library, you lead them in, or you lead Ralph in, and you actually kind of know your way around here. You probably spend more time in the Library of Histories than the Library of Mysteries, but you at least know the like basic layout of the library, the different floors, and so on. And you go to a section where there is some magic on different planes, planar travel, including things like teleportation and so on. And you start, investigating around there, looking for some books, and you're able to pull out, we'll say, 5 or 6 different tomes that have some information on teleportation magic. So now I want to know, what are you looking for?
Teleportation, runes and or circles, or basically wizard circles that could channel a return spell.
Okay, so you're looking for something like return.
A group return.
Okay.
Or maybe do a return and then somehow have the Philosopher's Stone empower it to make it a group return. Well, the framework.
Sure. Okay. So, in your investigation, you are able to uncover a number of different kinds of spells for moving people and other things from one place to another, and you skim over some of the earlier stuff like the Misty Steps and Dimension Doors, which you're more familiar with already from your studies as they're more common magics, and you kind of flip ahead to the more complicated stuff, the Teleportation Circle. So you notice, you do some reading on those. You learn that Teleportation Circle, the circles they have to be anchored in a particular location. Are you specifically thinking about this for your ship, as you mentioned before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so then you have this in your mind as you're reading. You think teleportation circles. You are not certain from your investigation today whether a circle would work on a ship. You know you could draw a circle on a ship and put the magic runes on it, but you don't know if then moving that ship to another location would upset them in some way. Basically, more investigation needs to be done on that. But there are more powerful magics that would allow you to teleport right to the deck of a ship. If you knew which ship you wanted to teleport to, you uncover that these are very powerful. But hey, you've got a very powerful thing, and you start investigating.
React with magic.
You start investigating down that path, and you find. You do find references to some spells for returning specifically to a preset location. They kind of blend the magic between the most powerful kinds of teleportation spells and the teleportation circle. You don't need the circle in this kind of spell, but this is starting to look like the thing that you might want.
Cool.
One other thing that I will say that you uncover, and this is actually more something that Raph, you become curious on. You're helping with the research, you're reading through these tomes as well, and you notice that there's reference to a specific magic item. There are lots of different magic items referenced in here, but one draws your eyes. Let me see if I can... Oh, I didn't put it in my notes. Where did I put it? I lost it for a second. It's okay, so I'll describe it as a bracelet that has 3 gems on it, and the reason why you're drawn to it is you saw this bracelet on the wrist of the furbolg that you were chasing down the other day, and basically you start reading about this bracelet, and let me just, it's called a jaunt charm. And
A jaunt charm?
yeah, a jaunt charm, and it has 3 charms on it. A turquoise one, a crimson one, and a magenta one. And they each power a different kind of teleportation spell. The turquoise charm allows them to cast Misty Step. The crimson charm allows them to cast Dimension Door. And the magenta charm allows it to teleport to a preset location. Effectively, what Lucius is trying to, or what Lucius is interested in. And so the magenta one is a preset charm that you can set the location somehow. The details aren't exactly clear. And then you can use it to teleport yourself back to the location. This charm is an individual use kind of charm. So it will only teleport one individual, whoever's wearing and attuned to the charm. So 2 things. One, you recognize it. You think that the Furbolg that you met had one of these. And then second, this seems like it could be the beginnings, the blueprint or something for whatever it is that Lucius is trying to build.
Ooh, to harness the stone?
Yeah, so like...
Or make something on a larger scale and shove it
Right.
full of magic energy.
Right.
Or try and build the jaunt charm out of it, right?
Yep.
Or make it one of
An
the charms.
infinite jaunt charm.
Yeah, there's lots of possibilities. The last thing is...
Or I could maybe break it up and give everyone one that could also teleport all of us back to the fucking boat.
Yeah, there's many options here. So I'm going to say here that you've got the beginning of your plan. I think what I'm going to push back onto your side is I want you to kind of come up with a description of how you actually want it to work. So is it going to be one charm and you all have to hold hands? Are you going to split it up into multiple charms? Is everyone going to have their own? Is it not going to be a charm at all? It's a crown, because crowns are cool. Like, come up with your actual design of how you want it to work, both mechanically and then just also narratively, the fun part. And then we'll try and build it.
Okay.
Cool.
We can do that.
Okay. Any other questions or anything else you want to do at the library here?
Nope, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's good.
Okay. Now I want to do Geo.
All right.
So let's just do your fire charm. And I'm going to say we can do 5 days of this.
Sounds good. We we do it as a Arcana check.
Yeah, we're doing Arcana checks, but remember it's your charisma-based Arcana check, and it is influenced by your elemental powers of the day. And I can see for the next 5 days, there is no fire boost except for the 5th day.
Okay.
And you do have your gauntlet of power on. What did we call it again?
The Omni Gauntlet.
Omni Gauntlet, yes. You have your Omni Gauntlet on, and so that does give you a +1 boost to fire. So your normal benefit will be your proficiency bonus because you are trained in Arcana, plus your charisma bonus, plus 1 from your Omni Gauntlet, and then the last day would be +2. Okay?
So that'd be 6.
So
Charisma proficiency +1 for the day.
Yeah. And
Okay.
that will be, you're currently at level 8. Your DC is 17. So go
All
ahead.
right. Oh, I forgot. The +1 is until the 5th day.
Nope.
Sorry.
It's +1 every day, and the 5th day is +2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Nope. Close but no cigar.
It's hard. I remember to copy that this time.
Ooh,
Yay.
critical. Bingo, bango. That'll bump you up to level 10. So now we have, DC 19. Wah, wah. You don't get bumped.
-2.
You don't get bumped down. Yeah. Okay, another one. DC 20 or 19. Ooh, so close. No scar.
Dang.
Last day, you get a +2 on this one.
+7.
Oh!
Oh, right. Equals 20s.
All right, that means you're done.
Tight. Oh, good. Good.
Lucky 20s. That means everyone's trained up now on all the things they were trying to train, which is cool.
I love this.
Okay, that was Geo. Dressis was just chilling with his bros. And do you have anything you want to roleplay with them, Dressis, or you just want to say you're out training some more and forming bonds?
Yeah, I think I'm just hanging out and
Okay.
making fun of people who suck.
Okay. All right, because now that you're a polearm master, you're out there showing everyone your mastery of the polearms.
Don't make it sexual.
I didn't make it sexual. Oh God, I love that.
I think those are
Okay.
constitution checks.
I saw an opening and I took it.
All right. You're the only one. You're the only one who goes even remotely down that path, Bobby. Last week when I tried to get Geo to like have sex with Captain Jiminy, he's just like, "Oh, what? Nope. What,
Yeah.
what does that even mean?" Yeah. Okay. So Locke. I think I want to do Locke. Locke. Let's just start with an investigation check because I want to see how lucky you are on your day that you go down there. Okay. All right. So you head down to the rum bucket, and you do. Yeah. Tell me about your approach. Are you on mute?
Fuck yeah, I am. I'm totally on mute.
Nice.
I said, honestly, I'm gonna swagger in.
Okay.
Like, I'm just gonna go in there. I was in there. There was a fist fight. Shit happened. Whatever.
Yeah,
And then
that's good, pirate. Let me just load up my rum bucket.
that's serious piracy right there.
Okay, so you walk into the rum bucket, and it's not really bustling up there today, but you do see what's her name, Lude Susan. Is that what I called her?
Something like that.
Yeah, Lude Susan is she's actually just wiping down one of the tables as you come in, and she looks up at you and she says, hey, how you doing? Did you go on mute again?
God damn it! Yeah, I keep hitting it when I adjust my volume.
Yeah.
Ollie Susan, how you doing?
We're doing good today. It's a bit chilly outside. You need something warm? Spiced rum?
Well, I'll take a rum, yeah.
All right. I got one coming up. Here you go. This one's on the house because the last time I know those guys jumped you.
Just some shenanigans, ain't no problem.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'm glad you came back. Coming to darken my door again.
Right. Well, see, I got a question.
Hi.
Jokey Smiles. Anybody around here happen to know where he's got his ship berthed at, or where he might be heading, or anybody who has that information, or if you even think they have it, that's enough for me.
Oh, well, Jakey, eh? Jakey. Well, I've been hearing some rumors about Jakey. They've been trying to put us off the old scent, where he's got his old boat put up. But I think he's being, I'll tell you what. You see over there that hobgoblin? She's one of Jakey's crew. I heard, actually, this is just a rumor going bouts, but that Jakey's crew, they took a little bit of a blow recently.
Really?
Yeah, and they've been out there looking pretty hard for some new recruits to fill their ranks. Don't really know what happened. No one's been able to give me the straight goods yet, but yeah, they lost some of them, including their first mate. I hear, including their first mate. Yeah.
Well, must have been a hell of a battle if they lost their first mate.
Right. I'm sure someone's got to have known something about it.
Right. Well, thanks, Susan. I'm gonna
Wow.
put a silver on the counter.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. You go see. I'd say you maybe follow that hobgoblin, see where they head after they're done their drinks there, and you might find out where they're at.
Yep. I'm gonna go sit down like in a corner, just kind of casually eyeballing them and just doing a little bit of drinking, just sipping.
All right. So you're drinking. You take a look around. You can do a perception check for me. All right.
I misclicked. That was nature.
Yeah, good, because that was a critically failed nature. You check to see what the rum is made out of, and you're like, I have no idea. But then you take a look around, and you can see. First thing you're doing is you're trying to see if Bertha Broadchest is there. Remember, she's the first mate of Ace Scruggan. She was the one who jumped you last time. You don't see anyone here that looks like her or her mates. You remember a few of their faces, but you don't see anyone in here looking like that. There are a few dwarves, bloodshore dwarves in here. And other than the hobgoblin, there are also a drow and a dwergar in here. You think you recognize the dwergar from when you were on Jemeni's boat, but you don't recognize the drow. The hobgoblin spends about an hour, drinks 2 more pints of beer before 2 goblins come into the rum bucket as well. They have a quick little chat, and you can overhear just a little bit. The goblin is saying, "We need to get back to Jakey," and at that point, the hobgoblin gets up, puts a couple gold pieces on the table, and the 3 of them head out of the rum bucket.
I'm definitely gonna follow them sneakily.
Cool.
All right, do a sneakily check. All right, sneakily it away. Okay, so you try and fall in behind them. You notice that as you're following them, the hobgoblin looks like she's a little bit drunk, and so she's not stumbling necessarily, but she's kind of weaving and just a little bit. And the 2 goblins are talking to her. You're far enough away that you can't quite hear what they're saying, but they're walking in the direction of the actual port. So let me move our little party thing down here. We're down at the rum bucket now. And they come out of the door of the rum bucket and they start heading towards this gate into the wharf.
All right, definitely following.
Okay, so as you go in, they get stopped by the guards, and they you're a sailor, so you know that what the guards are going to do is they're going to ask you what boat you're from, and if you're not from a boat, you're not allowed in. So they walk up, and you see them approach the guards, and the guards ask them a question. Is there anything you want to do while they're dealing with the guards?
The guards asked what? You cut out.
The guards are going to ask them what boat they're from,
Right.
and if they can name a boat that's docked, then they're allowed in. Otherwise, they're not allowed in. So, what are you going to do when they go up to the guards?
I'm gonna watch them pass through,
Okay. Are you
and
going
then I'm gonna.
to hang back, or are you going to try and scooch up?
I'm gonna wait for them to pass and then follow right. Pretty much like I want to be like second or third behind them.
Okay.
Not so far that I lose them, but I don't want them to notice me.
Okay. So you fall in behind a group of fishmongers. It looks like, although they have an empty cart, they're heading back into the wharf. It looks like, and that's about 2 or 3 behind them. Do a perception check for me.
My least favorite thing to hear.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at perception.
Follow that up with a history check for me.
A history, you said?
Yep.
Oh man, I'm super good at those too.
Yeah. Okay. So you try and hear what the goblin says when he names his boat, and you hear the phrase the grinning something, the grinning merman. And but you can remember from talking to Lude Susan last month that Jakey Smiles' boat was called the Grinning Goblin. So you think that's what they said. Now they start walking away into the wharf because they get allowed in. There's another individual who gets let in right away. The fishmongers have a little bit of a back and forth with them. You get a little bit impatient, and then they get finally let in. And then it's your turn, and the guard steps up and is like, all right, where you going? What's your boat?
He's asking me what ship I'm from. Okay. What race are the guards?
A human and here, let's roll.
If one's a human, okay.
No.
You want me to roll it?
No,
or do you
we're gonna roll.
Campaign.
I want to roll. So we're gonna roll D-Hundies, and it's 40% human, 40% dwarf, 20% other. So it's gonna be 0 to 39 human, 40 to 79 derf. And then other, who fucking cares? We'll deal with the others if there's others. And you can make this public if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And we'll say there's 2 guards. There you go. That's almost what I was going to say. There's a human and a derf.
God damn it. Alright. Well, lads, I'm from the ship of good fortune, I am. And I'm gonna pull out 2 platinum pieces.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Good line.
Do a persuasion check with advantage, because 2 platinum.
Persuasion with advantage? Alright,
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
2 platinum is an advantage if I ever seen one.
Right?
Yeah.
I forgot to blind it.
Yeah, you can
13.
reroll if you want.
I will, yeah.
You don't have to. It's up to you. You can take the 13.
I'll reroll it. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
All right. So you pull out 2 platinum. You flash them to him, try and palm them to him, flip them at him. What do you do?
It's kind of subtle. Like, obviously, I hold the platinum in front of me so that
Yeah.
only like nobody behind me can see.
Yeah. All right.
It's like,
you notice that the eyes of the derf go really wide, and the human seems upset, but the derf snatches the 2 platinum out of your hands, and he says, all right, go ahead. And the human starts complaining, but you're already through the gate.
thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah, and you hear them talking a bit, but you're already in, because you can see that the hobgoblin and the 2 goblins you're following are already getting a little bit ahead of you. They're just ducking behind the end of this shipwright over here, but you're able to hustle up a little bit and fall in. About how far behind them do you want to keep your trail?
Let's say about 10, 15 meters.
Meters?
Meters.
I love it. Okay, all right. So you fall in, which that's a pretty good following speed. The docks here are a little bit crowded, as they normally are, but you can follow your way, mostly because the hobgoblin is pretty tall and you're able to kind of follow her head in the crowd. They lead you down to this part of the wharf over here, and they start walking down the wharf, and you're a little bit confused. Pirates don't usually dock right on the ship, but you follow them right out here, and you follow them to a ship that's docked over here. That do another perception check for me.
Those words terrify me.
Yeah. Yes, the dragon eats you. No.
I know, right?
Right. Every failed perception check must be awful. No, you actually rolled pretty well, and you can see the boat ahead of you is it's flying Pidari colors. So one thing I should make clear is out here on the docks, all of the ships have different kinds of banners and such that usually declare where they're from. And so this ship that they go to is flying a Pidari flag right now. And the Pidari flag is a purple dragon on a golden sky. And so you note that, and then also you notice that the name of the ship, it isn't the Grinning Goblin that you were expecting. It's the Grinning Golem that is written on the side, and you just happen to note that. I don't know if that raises any suspicion necessarily, but you see as you come up to this part of the pier, maybe you just sort of hold back because they've stopped at the gangplank of the ship, and the gangplank of the ship is guarded by the ogre that you saw in the rum bucket the last time you were there. And let's see if I can remember his name. Doric, I think, is his name. Anyways, you watch as he, talks to them for a second, and then they climb back up onto the ship. And at this point, you can watch a little bit. You also notice that there is a red-haired woman that you recognize. Do a history check, and I'll see if you remember her name.
History checks, again, something I am fucking fantastic at.
I love skill checks. You've been doing great. No, you remember her. You recognize her as Minerva, who is a friend, colleague,
Son of a bitch.
of Lucius. And she is she's decked out in her archaeologist gear, and she's got her little friend with her. I can't remember what race her friend was now. Was he a goblin too?
No.
What was he? Minerva McGee, Brandy. Oh, of course. I didn't give her any details, so now I don't remember.
It was a dwarf.
It was a dwarf. Oh, okay. But she is standing with another dwarf that you don't recognize, but he's this sort of he's got a nice sort of his beard is very well groomed. And he doesn't actually have a mustache on his beard, just the lower part. And he's got also sort of well-groomed gray locks that have some nice braids on the side and end in some platinum or silver jewelry. He looks like your best guess is he's Gorman Gurney, because he dresses sort of like a Gorman Gurney. But the thing that really draws your attention is he's got two pistols on his hips, and he's also got a rifle on his back. You've never seen him before, but he definitely looks like a trained rifleman, and you can see that both of them have a small entourage with them of people, and what's going on at the moment is they are loading things onto the Grinning Golem ship, mostly just crates that you can't really tell. But one thing that you can see is that there is a shiny new cannon that is being loaded on to the ship, and it's got written on the side Kraus cannons, written both with K's. Kraus cannons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
God fucking damn it.
Before I approach anything, I'm gonna
Fuck.
take my jacket off and
Yeah.
flip it inside out,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna put it back on so
Okay.
nobody can see my insignia.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my headband off,
Okay.
and I'm gonna kind of use it to cover the lower part of my face.
Okay.
Cause I wear like a headband, but I wear a hat on top of it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna put my hat on, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking like lower it down so it's kind of like my face is hard to see.
Okay.
And then I want to approach the ogre,
Okay.
and I am gonna address him in giant.
Awesome. Oh, fucking right. Okay.
So I speak giant,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Cool.
my captain was a Goliath,
Right.
so the crew spoke giant,
Okay.
which is why I took giant as my second language, or
Okay.
third or whatever.
So, and I just want to make this also clear: the ogres in front of the gangplank, but those other folks that are loading on are like a little bit further down the docks.
The other what? Are they? You cut out.
They're a little bit further down the docks, and
Yeah.
they're like loading stuff on with like cranes and stuff. So they're not immediately there. It's so
Yeah.
after the goblins and the hobgoblins walk on, you're kind of free to approach the ogre if you like.
Yeah. I'm gonna approach him.
Okay.
Obviously, everything I'm gonna say from here on out is in giant.
Okay.
Excuse me, good sir.
Oh yeah. What?
How you doing, my friend? You got an important job here, guarding this here gangplank, obviously. But I have some questions if you don't mind answering them.
I guess so.
So I've seen you before at the Rum Bucket and Newport and Jakey Smiles crew, right, brother?
I'm not supposed to say anything about my captain. No.
I can completely understand that. But you see, I'm friends with you, Captain, and I want to throw him a surprise.
Oh wow.
But see, I need to know. I want to surprise him at his ship where he's gonna be. He'll be so happy to see me, lad. But the thing is, if you can tell me, I can throw this surprise for him. But you gotta keep it a secret between the two of us.
Okay, make a big old deception check on me.
I would like to use inspiration.
Okay. Let me grab an ogre. We're gonna do a insight check from an ogre. Let's see how. I think we did this in a previous campaign, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
In fact, Zangelix used
Zangelix
this
did
same
it,
thing
yeah.
to get us out of a fight with
That's
an entire
true.
crew of ogres.
Yeah. So hopefully, not monster features. Where are the monsters? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong place. That's why. Ogre. Insight. Wow. Okay. So he's like, oh, yeah, well, I don't know if Jakey wants a big old surprise. What? Does Jakey have another boat?
Or he might.
I don't know about any other boats other than this one. This is the one he told me to guard.
Well, that's just fine then, lad. Where's it headed to so I can throw this surprise for him?
Oh, well, well, he told me we're gonna be here for a while. We need to, what's it called? We need to, resupply. Yeah. And, he said we need to get more, sailors.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
After
Hey.
that, then.
You're looking like a sailor.
I am.
Hey, do you want to be on our boat?
I can't. If I'm on the boat, how will I throw the surprise for him?
Oh, I don't really understand what you're talking about.
Oh, it's okay, lad.
Well, if you know any good pirates, you can meet you can meet our friends over at the Rum Bucket. We need some pirates.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Who are your friends at the Rum Bucket?
Oh, well, you got Grinka. We used to have a first mate, but she died. And now we have Grinka.
She's the new first mate?
Yeah, she's the old first mate's sister.
Right. And she's at the Rum Bucket often?
Oh, well, she just got back from the Rum Bucket. Yeah. But she's over there looking for new sailors.
Is she gonna be there tomorrow?
Well, probably. She likes
Right.
the rum.
I don't blame her. I like the rum myself. All right then. Thanks, lad. What was your name, Biggin?
My name's Doric. I'm the bosun. That means I'm in charge of all of the things on the boat.
Oh, I'm sure you do a right fine job of it too.
Right,
I'll
it's
see
because
you.
I'm
I'll
strong.
see you later, Doric.
Okay, bye. Thanks for
Bye.
talking to me.
Yeah, of course. And then I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna walk
Okay.
away. All right. What was her name? Gricka?
Grinka, Grelka,
Grinka.
I don't know. I made this shit up.
Hobgoblin name. Yeah.
Hobgoblin
Understood.
name. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was informative and actually super helpful because, yeah, now that I know she's the next first mate or the current first mate, I'm sure she has all kinds of information that could be threatened out of her.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I'm
Gerlinka.
actually gonna head back to the Pink Pearl because I need to talk to the crew.
Okay. Okay. So here's
And I'm
what I
gonna
want
undo
you.
my shitty disguise.
Okay. So you're back to normal.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Okay. So. I want you. Well, do me a perception check. This is the one that matters.
Oh, great. That was the wrong button.
Okay. So. All right. I'ma do it.
What's happening? What am I looking at here?
Okay. So, nobody else is here except Locke, unfortunately, but y'all can watch. You can all watch. So, Locke, you're walking home, and you unfortunately rolled too low to spot this before it happens, but you hear you hear this commoner in front of you go, "Oh!" and run out of the way. And when you see that, these two also run out of the way. You see down at the other end of the street, you see the Furbolg that you had encountered a few days prior. And today he pulls out one of his two crossbows, and he aims it at you. And you notice as he does that it is charged with a sort of electrical kind of magical aura, and he shoots at you. And in fact, let's roll initiative. It's just you and me. We're gonna do this. There. All right. Now you are surprised this round because.
I actually don't know if I can be surprised.
Well, I'd like to hear that. Is there?
One sec. Let me take a look.
I know that was true of our barbarian in the previous campaign, I think.
Yeah. One sec here.
If you can't be surprised, this is going to be great for you.
I think I can be. I'm just double checking because I want to make sure because weird shit, you know. Yeah, I can be surprised.
Okay. So he pulls out his crossbow and he shoots at you. A stunning bolt. Uh-oh.
But I can't see.
Yeah, let me try that again. Okay, a 20.
That hits, yeah.
Okay, so you can do a DC 15 Constitution save. Oh
Two
no.
fours.
Okay, so you can take 9 points of damage and you are stunned until the end of the next
And what?
turn. And you are stunned.
Yeah, I like a minimum damage on both of them.
And what happens is he takes a couple steps towards you, but you also notice a like young teenage halfling comes running out of the alleyway and starts grabbing at your stuff. Now, here's the point. I didn't want to like foreshadow this too much, so I didn't ask you this, but I kind of want you to now decide where your stuff is on your person. So you
Everywhere.
yeah, I know you probably have lots of different things hanging off of you, but if you could do a quick little run through your inventory, you can probably guess there's only one thing on your inventory I really care about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're after.
Yeah, okay. But this like halfling is just going to grab at something, some pouch that looks like it might have the crown in it. So I need to have some way to kind of randomly know what it's going to be. In fact,
Well, the only things he could have, the only things that he would see that are in pouches, because
Yeah.
like
well, you also have a backpack,
like-
right?
it's very small.
What's small?
But like the backpack is very small. I keep
Yeah.
things mostly in pouches, like on my person, like
Right.
separate pouches.
Yeah.
The pistol's hidden
Okay.
because I keep the pistol hidden on my
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm more thinking at like coin purses.
yeah, he
sacks,
can steal.
backpacks.
He could go for coin purses, bullet pouch, potion pouch, or the backpack. And the backpack would have.
What about your head pouch? Don't you have a head sack too?
I don't have one in the head. He could also try to get Greasy Hook's sack,
Yeah.
which I still have.
Okay.
And then in the backpack, there's a torch and the crown. And then in I keep in Greasy. Oh, and there's a Yeti horn. Let's see. There's some Yeti teeth.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
several coin
It
pouches.
sounds like you have
actually,
about-
when I'm looking.
You have more than one coin pouch?
I do. I have a separate thing in here labeled coin pouch,
Yeah.
and I have my regular coin pouch.
Okay, and that makes sense too because most people would carry like everyday coin pouch that's on your belt, and then you would keep your like platinum and shit in your backpack, usually somewhere more secure.
I keep my platinum in my hat.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, let's do this. Old buddy has to do his check, which I can just roll here. 1d20 plus 5. This is him trying to grab at you. You can do either an acrobatics or an athletics check to try and avoid it, but unfortunately you're going to have disadvantage. Oh, you still manage because you're stunned. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Which means you're kind of like getting tased at the moment.
Yes, I figure. You
So he
literally hit me
runs
with a
out.
taser.
He grabs at your pouch, one of your pouches. He's trying to tug it, but you have just happened to tie it on well enough and you're able to hold your balance. And after he does that, he runs back into the alleyway. He doesn't get what he was looking for, but he's not trying to fight you, and he runs back in the alleyway. And yeah, so that round kind of went through, but you're stunned. So on your turn, you can't do anything. And Grisham takes another 5 steps towards you, and he shoots you again.
That hits, but I passed.
Okay, so this time you are
Just the piercing damage, right?
right, and you are not stunned this round. But another little dude comes running out. This one's a human. Comes running out and tries to snatch at you again.
Is that an attack?
No, it's well, I mean,
Because if it's an attack, I could parry.
Well, it doesn't do damage.
Right.
So
That's why I was asking. I wasn't sure.
I will say narratively, we can definitely put a parry in there. Like if you want to smack it out of the smack him away with your rapier as your attempt, we can say that.
Yeah, I'll smack him with a pulled out cutlass.
Okay. All right. So his attempt is pretty big. So it's still going to be a.
We still haven't decided parry rules.
Well, this one will be special anyways. So I think what I'm going to say here is you can either make. Normally, I would say you can make an acrobatics or athletics. I'll say if you want, you can just make an attack roll, and that will say that that's your parry attempt.
Okay.
And if your attack roll is better, it's
not.
not. Okay. So this one manages to grab.
I should have
one.
made the acrobatics. I would have got a higher bonus.
See, at least here I'll give you your inspiration back. That way you get something for using your new power. I need to determine what I stole from you. I'm gonna say 6 is your backpack.
Which one?
5. So, I want to say that that's one of the better ones. So we'll say it got your main coin pouch. He got your main coin pouch.
Okay, so like.
You can decide how many coins are in there. It's probably gold and silver, and probably none of your platinums.
Well, the platinum's in the hat.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And I have 2 pouches, so I'll say you took like all my silver and a quarter of my gold.
Sure. Okay.
Which is a shit ton of silver.
And you watch him go running into this alleyway and start climbing up on some of the crates in the back there.
It's like I gotta do some quick math now.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay, but now
Yeah,
I'm going to say it's your
naturally.
turn.
My man really just robbed the shit out of me. Yo, he ran away from me?
Yep.
Can I make an opportunity attack?
Yes, you can, because you're not stunned.
Does that hit him? I don't know. I
Yep.
doubt it. It hits him?
Yep.
And there's no other hostile creatures nearby?
Nope.
And that means we're dueling.
All right. So you're also within 5 feet, which means you have the ability to
Which
make.
means what?
You're also within 5 feet.
Yeah.
That means that you can do non-lethal damage if you want. You're gonna murder. You're gonna murder this kid.
I mean, he just robbed me,
Yeah.
and I'm a pirate.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm not stopping you. I'm just curious. Do you want to stab him right through his guts, or do you want to just knock him on his head?
I'm gonna cut his fucking hand off.
Okay.
The one that has my pouch. I'm gonna go for his fucking wrist. I don't know if that's non-lethal, because if I cut his hand off,
No,
he's gonna bleed out.
you just fucking like Obi-Wan Kenobi this motherfucker. You didn't cut his hand off. You just chopped his arm off, and he went. Ah! His blood splurts out of his arteries, and he collapses on the ground. At this point, people were already shouting and being like, "Oh no, what's happening?" And as the furbolg keeps advancing on you, you notice that there's a guard right behind you, and there's also another guard over here. After you chop this guy's arm off, this guard's like, "Hey, what the fuck? What are you doing over there?"
He's fucking robbing me!
And it's still your now. Now it is your turn,
Now
because
it's my turn.
that was your opportunity attack. Yeah.
Yes, it was. Can I bonus action pick up my fucking coin pouch?
Sure. That'll be a free action.
Cool, I get my money back.
That'll be your free item interaction. So you have no more of those this round.
Awesome, that's fine. I
Yeah.
was like, oh my god, all my money. I need it back. I'm gonna bonus action a health potion.
Okay.
I'm gonna greater actually. Roll. 13. I'll take it. And then I'm gonna dash over here.
Okay.
'Cause I ain't no coward. What up, boy?
All
We're
right.
in 101 now, dog. That probably doesn't hit.
No, that doesn't
Oh,
hit.
whoops! I didn't mean to click sneak attack.
So he's got some. As you get up closer, you notice that this is probably stuff you saw the first time around. But yeah, you can see he's got 2 crossbows. This one that he's got out. He's got another one slung on his back. He's got a long sword and a short sword at his waist, as well as a number of daggers hidden in different locations. You come up. He's also wearing sort of a thicker hide armor and a cloak. And as you come up, you do manage to hit him with your cutlass, but it just sort of digs into the hide armor and doesn't get any purchase.
I'm gonna address him too. What the fuck do you want with me?
All right. Okay, so you bonused actioned, but I don't think you did a move. Oh no, you did. You did all 3.
I dashed.
You dashed. So,
Oh, but I only moved 55 feet, so I will move back 1, and he cannot attack of opportunity me because I made an attack against him.
okay. All
I
right.
literally love your character, bro.
He's going
I
to
love it so
say, he's going to respond to you. He says, "I'm here for the crown only. Give it to me."
Now, fuck you.
All right. He slings his crossbow back, pulls out his long sword and his short sword, and he steps up to you and he says, "Then I will take it from you." And he will attack.
They both hit, and I'm gonna parry the first one.
All right. So now we do need to decide what are the rules in the book. Do you have
The rules in the book say, I have it right here. It says,
Yeah.
when another creature damages you with a melee attack,
Yeah.
you may use your reaction and expend a superiority die to reduce the damage by the number you roll on the superiority die plus your dex mod.
Okay.
So it's
and-
damage reduction.
right. So
But I don't have superiority die unless you feel like giving me one. Which the superiority die would be a d6.
yeah, I don't
according to
like
standard
that.
rules.
So I want to say, well, I want to ask you, would you rather this be something that is, you could use it more often, but is less like, it would prevent less damage, or something that you would use on rarer occasions, but it would prevent more damage?
I would like to use it like consistently, but do less damage. But I'd like to like it uses my reaction.
Yeah.
But because I wield 2 weapons, I was thinking it'd be cool if in a turn I could use it against 2 attacks.
Sure. I mean, that's something we can think about too. That sounds like what I would say, like ramping up this skill. It's
Yeah, that'd
something
be like the upgrade.
yeah, it's something I want to do with the other feats as well. So that would be a cool one.
Okay, yeah, but I'd rather use it more frequently.
Okay, so instead of being like a once per day thing, you would want it something more frequent than that.
Mhm.
Okay, so then that makes sense that we might want a resource like a superiority die.
Just saying.
Yeah,
Panache.
panache.
Yeah,
Okay,
panache.
sure, you can call
Gotta
it panache
spend
if you
panache.
want. You can call it whatever you want. I was thinking, what I'm thinking right now, and tell me if this feels right. I'm thinking maybe make it based on your proficiency bonus. Is that what I'm talking about? Like
That's fine. Yeah, that's cool.
Like is yours +2 right now, or did you guys get up to +3?
It's +2 right now.
So then maybe like that many times per day.
Yeah, and just have it. Do you just want it to be like my flat dex mod or like my dex plus proficiency?
I was thinking I like a roll.
Okay, are we gonna keep the modifier thing, or are we gonna
Yeah,
just drop
sure.
it entirely?
I right now, because I'm kind of leaning right towards just the straight 1d6, because the 1d6 is kind of smaller. Fuck it. Let's make it 1d8.
Okay, so I can parry per day as much as my proficiency bonus, and the parry is 1d8
Yes, plus your dex.
mod. Okay,
Yeah. So I'm
Okay,
going.
cool.
I'm gonna write this down.
I'm gonna make a macro eventually that's
Yeah.
parry,
Awesome.
but
Okay.
right now I'm just gonna type it out.
Proficiency times per day. And 1d8 plus dex damage reduction.
Man, I rolled minimum. That's really unfortunate.
Oh shit, and you got a +5 dex, that's rad.
I bumped my dex up to 20 when we hit 4.
Nice. Okay.
But I do take 5 less damage from at 13, which is, or 6 less from the damage here, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So I'll take,
Yeah, that's still a lot.
and then I'll subtract the 2.
And how many times a day are
Twice
you
a day
able to-
right now. Twice a day.
Twice?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Okay.
Okay, so he does 2
I like that. That feels really good. That way it feels really good.
Awesome, good. I'm glad we figured out something that's good. I think that okay, so he attacked you. I'm gonna have another of these sort of teenage bandits come flying out of the
Motherfucking bandits.
1, 2, 3, 4. And he's gonna do his he's gonna try and grab at you. Oh shit.
I thought it was like a D6, and 6 was the backpack. What the fuck? Oh, that's the attack on
That's
me.
the attack. Yeah, he rolled it.
I have to acrobatics that, right?
Acrobatics is acrobatics.
Did I close my... Damn it. I closed my character window. Give me a sec. Alright. Come on. Papa needs to not lose all his stuff. Damn it! I should have used my inspiration that I got back.
Oh
I
no!
got the backpack. Motherfucker.
Grabs your backpack and starts to run away. And now it's going to be your turn, but before your turn you hear some guards say, "Hey, stop that!" And one of these guards comes running over here, and another guard comes running over here. They don't actually engage you, but they pull out their weapons and they say, "Stop what you're doing! You're under arrest!"
That's cool. No, I'm not.
That's cool. No, I'm not.
I'm gonna drink the potion of invisibility.
Okay. Fucking A. Okay. Bloop.
So that's my bonus action.
Yep.
I want my shit back.
Okay. Then you have to do a...
Slaughter him and take it off his corpse?
Well, if you want to try to do that, you could do that, yes.
I have advantage on attacking right now.
Yes, you do. That's sufficient to murder this other child.
Yep. Did I grab the backpack?
Yeah, but it
I
also
did.
makes you visible.
Yep, that's fine.
Oh, well, for the record, we could reverse
I
order.
probably should have... Huh?
You
Yeah,
can
I probably should have done that in a different order.
Yeah, if you want to, I'm happy.
I would like to, and then turn invisible.
Yeah.
And then I can move another 15 feet. So, can I, like, sneak through? Can I, like, hid through here?
Yeah, you definitely can. And make a stealth check for me.
I can't actually put my character there.
Oh, it won't let you?
I still get advantage in stealth, too, because I'm invisible, right?
No, not technically. Or actually, I would look that up. It doesn't matter, but
I'll look it up real quick.
yeah.
Just because I want to make sure. Does invis give advantage? Stealth 5E. No, it doesn't.
Yeah. They can still hear you just as well, but they can't see you,
True.
which means you can hide in the open.
Right. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. I can just hide in the middle of combat. That's what invisibility gives me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty sweet roll.
Okay. So you picked up your backpack, which I'll say turned invisible. They don't.
I mean, it's on my person.
That's not how it really works. I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
everything that's on your person when you turn invisible is invisible. But we'll say it's, we live in a fantasy world. It turns
Lucius
invisible
made it,
with
and
you.
he did a really good fucking job.
And you run into this alleyway, and you are at the moment relatively safe. And you hear you can hear out in the street the guards saying, "Hey, drop your weapons! Drop your weapons!" And then you, we'll say you're just peeking around the corner there. You see him disappear.
Dope. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
All right, and we'll say you can do that. Your excuse me, your invisibility potion lasts for an hour, or up to an hour. So you're able to maintain that as long as you need to. That will be enough time to get back to the Pink Pearl if you want to. Is that your plan?
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
gonna go back to the Pink Pearl, and then I'm gonna change up my wardrobe.
Okay.
I need to be less recognizable.
Okay. Well, you are back at the Pink Pearl.
I killed 2 teenagers today.
Yes, you did.
Two murders were committed.
Yeah.
They were thieves. Like, normally I wouldn't just go around killing teenagers, but like, don't take my shit.
You're saying it was proactive and industrious of you to. Never mind. I'm sorry.
You're fighting crime.
Where you were going with that, Jeremy?
What's that? Am I big?
Alright, yeah.
Funny dude.
When I get to the Pink Pearl, I kind of want to call the crew around
Okay.
in a secluded spot.
You can do so.
Hey guys, we might have a situation.
Look, I am getting pretty commonly used to you telling us that we have a situation.
I can understand. I get into many situations.
What is happening?
You remember that furball? The one with the fancy gear, all magical?
Yes, it is interesting that you said that. Lucius and I were just at the university learning more about this.
Yeah, well, I just learned up close and personal that he ain't no pushover.
Oh, is that so?
He popped out and I was doing my investigation into Jakey Smiles crew. He pops out of nowhere, bang bang boom, shoots me with an electric crossbow bolt, son of a bitch. These fucking, I don't know, halflings, teenagers, whatever, run out, starts frisking me shit, taking me coins, try to get me crown, cut the arm off one of them, cut the throat of the other one. So the guards, they were there. They're not really happy. I can understand that, but
Well, to be fair, they did try to steal from you, so.
that's what I'm saying. I don't go around killing kids all the time. It's just don't take me shit.
I don't know if the best way to deal with the guards' concerns is to justify dismemberment. I don't know if that's a good starting point.
You're probably right, Raphael. It's probably not. I'll be honest. Things got a little out of hand. I could have reacted.
It seems like it.
Maybe a little bit less, I don't know, slicey.
How did he try to take your gold? I mean, what is a man supposed to do?
No, he successfully took me gold. I just took his arm off and took it back.
All right. Well, if we are to be such a honorable and legitimate organization such as we claim to be, I believe some retribution is what we need to move forward to.
Yeah, we gotta kill Jakey Smiles.
I think that is what's coming.
I don't think Jakey was involved in this. It was very clearly the Scarlet Scabbard's been hired to take me crown. Now, I do need to kill Jakey. He needs to die. But I also don't need a furball with a fucking electric crossbow coming after me every time I'm by myself, tasing me, making me fucking chest all tingly and whatnot. I don't like that.
But while we wait for our winery invitation, we go ahead and beat some ass.
But
You
how
gotta
how
remind him of this.
how do we beat the ass if the ass can teleport at a moment's notice?
Well, you can only do it only a few times, right? You said they're one-time use only.
Once per day is what you learn.
Oh, once per day?
Yeah.
Boof, boof, boof.
Yes, I think it has a charge. So I don't know if it is a smart idea for us to do it, but there must be some way for us to disable such a powerful item.
Right. Also, real quick, learned. New first mate, Jakey Smiles, named Gregor. She's at the rum bucket recruiting scum for Jakey Smiles' crew. Now, if she's the new first mate...
Stop for that.
If she's the new first mate, she's gonna know where they're headed. and she knows we killed the last first mate, her sister, according to the not so bright but very friendly ogre bosun of Jakey Smiles' crew. Now, if we can get down there, well, we have another problem now. I don't know how I'm gonna be moving about the city with the guards looking for a man who killed 2 people.
Yes, I see your predicament, and maybe us calmly sitting here in a public setting is not the best place for us to stay.
I think we'll be alright. I've taken my jacket off, no insignia, changed my clothes up a little bit. I'm just saying, I probably shouldn't be investigated too closely by the guards.
Well, here, let me see what I can do. And I want to use my skill right tools for the job to generate a disguise kit.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, so I generated a disguise kit and give it to Locke and say, it is up to you. I do not say, I will do not ever tell you to put on the makeup, but if you want to disguise yourself, here is a tool to do so.
I appreciate it, Raph. I'll definitely be using this. I don't really want to go to jail, prison, any of that. The gallows.
No, I also think maybe when we are out in public from now on, it is a smart for what Locke has done to cover himself as a member of the Ivory Crowns. It may tonight be something that we want to make so public.
Oi. Alright, yeah, I'm definitely gonna use the disguise kit. I definitely don't want to be. I'm gonna put a disguise kit in my inventory too.
One, well, this is a temporary one that will disappear
Yeah.
after a while.
Okay.
Because it's
I've turned
Raph made it.
my tools into a disguise kit, and they'll turn back into my tools eventually.
But you could also purchase your own disguise kit if you wanted. There's
I'm gonna use his disguise kit to disguise myself while
Yeah.
I go into town to purchase a disguise kit.
Okay. Now, one, tell me what kind of disguise you want to put on, and then 2, roll a deception check.
First, I am going to do a disguise of a fisherman. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna be
Classic.
a fisherman, clearly,
Yeah.
because I'm a sailor, obviously, so I can
Yeah.
get away with that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna obviously hide my Ivory Crown's insignia and a couple of my mortifying characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna look markedly less. I'm gonna look more poor, definitely. Like no bracelets, you
Yeah.
know, no ostentatious jewelry,
Yeah.
and then deception check.
Yeah.
Damn,
Alrighty.
that's
So-
not good.
That's just to judge how good your disguise is.
So you just put some lipstick on.
Basically,
Okay,
Basically,
but
that's
also, Locke, did you have any other information you wanted to share with your fellow Ivory Crowns?
I'm trying to remember everything that we learned.
Who else did you see down at the docks?
Oh yeah, I saw 2 people. Oi, Lucius. You know that wench what be following you around thinking she's hot shit and then she don't know how to fucking do anything?
I'm aware she's the worst.
Aye, she's working with Jakey Smiles' crew, so I'm thinking her head goes on the chopping block.
Well, she's in with pirates. She might be in over her head. She's an idiot to be sure, but she wouldn't be mixing with any of them. She's still an academic.
Oi, okay, if you say so, then that's fine with me. But she
If she
definitely
tries
works-
anything, kill her. However, if we can get her out back to her family, there might be even a bigger reward for us.
I like the sound of that. And Raph, your
See.
family has a competitor. What's his damn name again? Family?
You must be talking about the Sangua Pesta himself, Declan Kraus.
Oi, Kraus, yeah. I saw cannons on Jakey's ship, branded with Kraus's name on them. And I thought, yeah, I agree. I saw a fancy looking dwarf, rifles and pistols. That might be the man himself, as far as I know. I ain't never
Did he-
seen him before.
Did he have the unmistakable arrogance of a man who looks like he would take everything from your family?
I guess.
That's him, that's the bastard.
Well, they both be working with Jakey Smiles, so as far as I'm concerned, they both be enemies of mine.
See.
And no friend of mine either.
I think it is a time for us to move forward with our execution of Jakey Smiles.
Or at least his person at the bar recruiting more damn pirates for him.
Like, we got to get that information out of her, and then stop her from giving him more scum.
My friends, I think we are starting to go past a point of no return. If our organization starts to organize things like kidnapping, I think that is written into our fates for a good long time. Are we all ready to dedicate ourselves to this kind of life?
Now, already done that a long time ago, friend.
Look, I did not doubt it. Gio, do you feel like you have what's in you to move forward with this kind of lifestyle?
I do.
And Dresdis?
I hardly think attacking thieves and pirates is not much of a problem.
And Lucius, something tells me that you would do anything to move forward with what you need to do.
I'm just gonna say that he needs to go down, and it's all perfectly above board. So killing pirates is not illegal.
Very well. I am Rafael de Corbo, and I say that I am willing to kidnap, interrogate, and torture this woman to get what we need.
I didn't say torture. But... all
Pretty
right.
sure you added the
Oh,
I mean,
torture
there is
part.
magic.
I mean,
that we can use.
she's certainly not going to just tell us.
I mean,
No,
she
but we
might
can
after we
hold
tell.
her.
She might tell us after we tell her what happened to her sister.
Truth spells are their own
Definitely
kind
not.
of torture.
I guess.
All right, very well. Okay, maybe not the torture immediately, but
Not many fingers, if that's what you're
Maybe
saying.
not the torture immediately. Maybe
we'll
not the torture.
we'll think about the torture.
This group is very lawful evil.
This group is confused lawful good.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on.
I like that confused level. Good.
I just thought you were true neutral. No one knows what the fuck you're doing. I love these little planning sessions where you guys decide on kidnapping and torture.
And then shit goes south immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not going to go well for us at all.
Even your best plans
there,
usually
we're
end
gonna-
up shitty.
We have no plan. We didn't even make a plan at all. We're just saying, let's kidnap her.
Okay, so while you guys
good,
are
man.
in the midst of this plan, there's a knock at the door. I'm assuming you're in your rooms. You're in chambers. There's
I
a,
hide.
I will open the door.
Okay. At the door is one of the younger serving boys from downstairs, and he says,
One of the what?
One of the what?
the younger serving boys.
Okay.
And he arrives with, he says, Master Ivory Crowns, a message has arrived for you. And he presents you with a small scroll.
All right, I grab it.
It's, you notice that it's sealed with the seal of the Isocross estate.
Yep.
Open it up.
And yep.
Okay, the young boy sort of is standing at the door looking a little bit expectantly.
I hand him 10 silver.
His eyes go really wide. He's like, "Thank you, Master Ivory Crown," and he goes running down the stairs.
Tell your friends about the Ivory Crowns.
I will. You hear him talking about. You hear him saying, "He gave me 10 silver," as he goes running down the stairs. But you.
That kid's gonna get robbed.
What's that?
That kid's gonna get robbed.
Yeah. Sure. He doesn't know how to keep his money safe. But you guys, you crack open the seal and you see that it says, Gregor and Wilhelm invite you for a meeting at the Isocross estate on the 28th of Ilichad. That's tomorrow at noon.
Okay, cool.
I actually, before we do anything, I just have to. Oi, lads! I forgot to mention something. Might have used my invisibility potion to get away from the mercenary. So
Those are expensive, Locke.
right.
It's a very
But are
difficult
they
force to
are they
come
more
by.
expensive than a crown that mind controls dwarves?
No, it is not. You
Certainly
made the
not.
right decision, but I'm still gonna complain about it.
That's fair. I'll just
Very
let
well.
you
So
know.
we must buy a new one.
Oi.
No,
we
we're
already
not
have.
buying a new one.
We're just gonna have to deal with having only one.
Oh,
We'll,
okay.
we'll
Yes,
use scrolls.
that's fine. Yes.
I can buy another one if needed, but as of right now, I can still turn Locke invisible.
And I mean, the disguise is its own kind of invisibility. I couldn't even tell who he is. I mean, I wasn't sure I was speaking to Locke.
What a great disguise.
If it wasn't for his debonair charm, I would have no idea it was him.
Okay, so are you guys still gonna go forward with the same plan, or is that what you're? I mean,
Yeah.
okay. Any other planning you need to do before we go ahead?
We should establish like some sort of call
Yeah, an escape route and a call. Yeah.
that lets me know that maybe it's time for me to leave.
Okay, hold on. I think I have things for that.
You guys
we
don't
do-
act. You don't have any sending stone for the group yet, right?
Can we
No,
do a
but
whale
I
noise?
think I've got stuff that I can do.
You guys could probably make one of those pretty easy.
Yeah, magical tinkering I think allows me to do it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That would work really well.
That would be cool. It's either that or whale noises. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or bird calls.
Or bird calls. I'm gonna just. Ooh.
We used to use caca, caca.
Yeah, I don't have anything that can help us with that. I can shine a bright light. I can emit a recorded message that can be heard 10 feet away. That doesn't help.
No, we don't have like a message or sending stone or
I don't-
anything.
oh wait, I do have a spell for that though. Hold on. 1 minute, 1 second. Shh. No, I don't. Okay, cool. Never mind.
Oh wait, I can. I'm dumb. I literally have limited
I
telepathy.
was gonna say, yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah,
do?
yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot.
within 30 feet.
I don't know
Okay,
if
so that
That's
could
not
help.
super far though.
It's a mansion.
Oh, and I'm super dumb. Wow. I
Oh,
have
shit.
advantage on all wisdom and charisma saving throws.
We could do.
So
I have something in my inventory called a gold signet ring.
Should 30 feet be enough if we're all going there?
But
that's
I'm going separately, and it's a fucking mansion. It's probably more than 30 feet distance, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
probably
is
way more,
definitely
especially if
bigger
you're
than
going like
30.
up and down levels. It's gonna be much more than that.
Here's
Yeah.
what I'll say. At the Emporium, you can get a pair of sending stones for 400 GP, and every additional stone you want added into that linked group is 100 GP.
Damn.
We would only
Okay,
need
so-
2, right?
You only
'Cause
need
we're all
2,
gonna
but you
stick
could get
together
more.
in-
Yeah.
So
in
500.
6v5.
I can throw in 200.
I also can throw in a couple hundred.
What's the platinum? How many? How
10
much is
to
the platinum?
1.
10
It's
to
10
1.
to 1. Okay, yeah.
Everything's 10 to 1,
Yeah.
I think.
So I can give 200 easy.
Okay, well, I can give the last 100 then, I guess, if you guys want to pitch that much in.
You only need
Yeah, I can do
400.
200.
500 gets you 3. 400 gets you 2. 500 gets you 3.
Should we get 3 in case we get split up?
Seems to be worth the extra 100.
Yeah, I
That
agree.
point.
Yeah,
Definitely worth the extra.
All right, so I'll put in 200.
I'll put in 200.
I'll put in the last one then.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Cool.
Also, I just want to make sure, Jeremy, are you rich?
I
Or did you spend most of it on those stones?
I spent a lot on the stones. I'm not rich, but I'm not poor.
Okay.
Best explanation.
I
But
mean, you probably need to save your money anyways for better stones.
I agree. I think you guys are still much more well-to-do than I am.
I am probably not much more wealthy than you.
Yeah, me neither. I'm pretty poor.
Okay, so you can write down 3 sending stones. Who's going to have them?
I'm definitely taking one since I'm going to be solo on this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll keep one too. I think just the people who bought them maybe probably makes sense.
Yeah, Raphael can have one. That's good.
Yeah.
I can definitely live without one. I don't.
We just
Bobby,
have to stick
you want one?
together, which I think we're already inclined to do.
And you can
Yeah, I'll take one.
obviously trade them up as needed on missions.
Yeah.
But
So
if anybody wants to buy one, it's only another additional 100.
yeah, 100 each for anyone who wants one.
Yeah, there is. There's got to be.
I'll spend 10 platinum. If that's all it costs for me to have one, I'll spend 10 platinum for it.
Yep.
I'll do that.
Dresdis too?
Yep, I'll get one too.
Okay. So then everyone has one.
Cool.
Maybe when you put it in your inventory, make sure you put in brackets like group, because we have more than one sending stone out there now, right?
Yeah.
Dresdis has one connecting him to the long road. And who else? Raphael has one for his dad.
Oh yeah, I do. I always forget about that.
Yeah.
Group of 5.
So I'm gonna put 2 of these in my inventory. One for the other one for the
Yeah,
party.
exactly.
I think I put Tommy on.
That's actually a good, useful item for your group.
Definitely worth the coinage on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. If you're not gonna spend it on that one, what are you gonna spend it on? Sending stone. Okay.
I got the setting stone.
Ivory crowns.
And you guys didn't buy a bag of holding yet, right?
No,
Not
we
yet.
didn't.
Okay. Well,
It's the perfect size, shape, and weight to be used as a skipping stone. Cool.
maybe I'll just sprinkle a bag of holding somewhere. That's
It's either that or we buy that next.
Yeah.
Because we got it right.
Yeah. I'm trying
We're
to
getting to that point.
figure out whether it's better to like loot out common items and let you buy special items, or the other way around, loot out special items and then let you buy common items. And you guys care about that?
A mix, I think, would
Or
be
a
good.
mix? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just like pepper in some super badass shit every once in a while.
I try and put cool stuff in, but yeah, okay.
Oh,
I mean,
sure.
that's
I mean, we just got like underwater shit and the dolphin thing, so that's fucking dope. You know what I
That
mean?
was just-
we're getting
yeah.
cool items.
Those were random pulls too. I just was like, I don't know, there should be some water items in the water chest, the doy.
Yeah, Geo can be a porpoise at will, so I mean that's that's helpful.
Gio's like, fuck you, and jumps into the river. It's like, oh.
Jeremy starts 80% of the time. Jeremy's role playing a dolphin.
Dolphin.
It got out of hand really fast.
Yeah, what do you want to do with your downtime? Well, I just go swim as a dolphin.
Yeah. We go hunt krill.
Yeah. I have my other family.
I make a
Go
whirlpool
filter
with other dolphins in order to like trap the fish, and that helps out the other predators that we're all trying to get fish with. It's just a team effort.
He starts like a nation of dolphins.
Yeah. Speaking of, well, I have some dolphin meta stuff questions I have, but I'll wait until.
That just reminds me of that damn fucking killer whale race that Andrew found a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Those guys were dope.
Yeah. Okay.
Or they like really like they were like they don't like anyone. They're just,
Yeah. Basically,
they're just badasses. They just hunt all the time.
Okay, so I think we're gonna head on to the next thing, but I want to do a break before that. But there's one last sort of just world building thing I had on my notes. I meant to do this when Locke was at the docks, but this works here now too. When y'all wake up the next day, which is Fire Day. Oh no, next day is Feed Day, the final day of Ilichad. You wake up. And it's a clear sky today. There's sun out, even though it's still chilly. You can feel the cold winter air is still holding over the city, but you can feel the just first sense of springtime coming around. But you're maybe out enjoying your morning tea or whatever it is you drink, rum or whatever, and you see. Well, first you hear some people like gasp, like, "Oh, wow!" And you can see on the horizon, well above the horizon, you can see a shape. At first, you're not really sure what it is. It's really just a small kind of speck. You think it's a bird or something, but it doesn't seem to be really moving very fast. But it keeps kind of getting bigger and bigger. And then you realize that it's not a bird. Then you start thinking, oh no, is that a dragon? Maybe we're in some shit. But people don't seem to be super worried about it. And you notice as it gets bigger and bigger that what it appears to be is an airship, a ship flying through the air. And this airship comes flying down. Now, as it gets closer to the city of Earshore, people get really excited. And some folks start rushing. You notice because you're here on Leon Lee's Row. Lots of people start rushing down towards the docks to try and get a better look. Do you all join the throng, or do you just stand back and watch from your current vantage point?
Totally interested in airships, 100%.
Yeah, I don't want to join any throngs though.
So, Raph, would you like to start your own throng?
We're just we'll
I'm
start
not a
our own
fucking
distant
joiner.
throng.
I make my own throngs. Okay, you guys head out, and there is a throng that you don't join, and you can see them cross the bridge. It starts to get a little bit crowded. The bridge is a bit of a bottleneck. Things are like slowing. You're shoulder to shoulder all across the bridge. But as you bust out into the dock district here, things thin out. Some people start running around back alleyways and ways to find different ways to get to the docks. What you do find though is when you get close to the actual docks themselves, there are extra guards that have been put out on the docks, and they're not letting the throng into the main dock itself. But you can see the airship come down and land at one of the piers, and you can also see from your vantage point that lots of crowd has gathered out at that part of the pier, and there are lots of folks, folks that were able to get in past the guards are still gathered about. Anything y'all want to do at this point?
Is there anybody coming out of the airship, or is it landing?
It's landing at the moment. You hear lots of people talking about you. There's lots of gossip going around. People are sort of discussing the events. So you can listen in. You can engage with some of the other throng. You can do anything. This is D&D. You can cast spells. You can cast fly on yourself if you've got it, and go fly over there and say hi. I don't know. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna look for some is there any distinguishing marks like country or?
Sure. I haven't fucking made this nation yet. Well, yeah, I will say, do a history.
Oh, yay.
Anyone can do history.
I'll do
Everybody,
it too if I'm looking at it.
Woohoo! That's a great one to be public.
Oh,
Those plus zeros
Hold
are
on.
really coming in handy.
Yeah.
my history is
Yeah.
not even worth me trying.
So, Locke,
Not really either.
there are banners, but you don't recognize them.
Fair.
Oh, whoops. Yeah.
Okay, so
Hold on, I want to do a history, but my
Yep.
mouse just died. I gotta put the new. Can somebody roll a history for me?
do you want me to roll for you, or you?
Yeah, because my mouse just died. I can't click anything.
Okay.
I'm changing out the batteries right now.
Okay. History.
Yo.
Dope.
Nice. Okay. So, the only
Because Raphael is fucking captivated by this shit.
yeah.
Right?
So,
Like he's
yeah.
eyes full. He hasn't spoken since this thing started descending.
Yeah. So you can see, Raphael, you know for certain. Lucius, you also recognize the banner. We can decide as a group what it might be, but this is a ship flying the banner of Arendrip, which is a almost mythical. I do have Arendrip. Oh, I don't have anything about its.
That's the Sky City, right?
Yeah, it's the Sky City. It's a mythical floating city from the continent of Eri. For most people in Terad, it is considered like a myth, but it's a real place. And Raphael and Lucius, your studies have been thorough enough that you know it's not a myth, and so you recognize the banner. What do you think the banner should be for the Sky City? It's mostly gnomes, and they're science kind of focused.
A wheel with a magnifying glass and
How about a spyglass, a like steering wheel for a ship?
And like
Yeah.
a gear,
Yeah,
Yeah.
a gear too.
like a clockwork gear.
yeah. And maybe they're kind of intertwined in like some kind of mechanism. Like it's lenses, a gear, a steering wheel, and they're kind of in some kind of tinkered contraption. Okay. And what kind of color scheme do you think this should be?
Blue, yellow.
I like blue for the sky.
I like blue. I was thinking
Light
yellow for
blue.
like electricity, but
Yeah.
Oh man.
I kind of like the idea of blue and white for like,
Yeah, white is good.
and maybe that's the background, and then we have these like these different items depicted, and it's probably going to have metallic color scheme, as I'm guessing. Something like a bronze or a gold or something. Anyways, cool. There's a banner, and it's flying, and you see, and it's this airship comes landing down, and it lands at one of the more distant piers for the larger ships because it's quite large. And you hear some people in the crowd talking, and the one thing you overhear a lot is the phrase "Sky Captain." Oh, the Sky Captain's here. Oh, Sky Captain's here. And a few of you overhear that the Sky Captain has a name, and his name is Marshal van de Lucht. And you, I assume you guys are fairly intrigued by this. You want to get a glimpse, like most people. So do you stick around for a while as this continues? You're not.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So you can see it's hard from outside the gates to really see, but you can see as it lands, the gangplank gets passed down, and then people disembark. It's hard to see from this distance what they look like. Things like race, gender, things like that. You can't really pick out other than that people are moving. But they move through the crowd, and you can almost see a ripple through the crowd as people, and you can hear it too a little as the sounds of cheers get closer and closer. And you happen to be right on the right path because the Sky Captain and his entourage come walking out through the gate that's before you. And when it gets to about this point, you can recognize that he is it's a man. He's a gnome. There are a handful of other gnomes with him, but not just gnomes. There are a couple of elves. These elves are interesting in that they have wings that you haven't, there's only two of them in his entourage, and they're also wearing some elaborate armor as well. But that's certainly a rarity. And then there are a couple humans in the entourage as well, a dwarf or two. There are a couple of Aarakocra, but the Aarakocra seem to be that's hanging back at the ship. You can only see them because they're flying around the sails as they take the sails down and such. But yeah, you see this entourage come out, And as he gets closer and closer, it's kind of like a little bit of a parade now. There are guards and such around that are trying to push the crowd back. And the crowd's really excited. People are throwing flowers and crying out, "Oh, Sky Captain, Sky Captain!" And you can see the gnome waving and so on. Raphael, you're really intrigued by the gnome because as he gets closer, you notice that he's an older gnome, gray, sort of white gray hair, and a nice little kind of curly Q on the top. But on his face, you can't really tell from this distance, but he's wearing some kind of contraption, at least over one of his eyes. He kind of looks like Locutus of Borg.
Cool.
And he's also got one of his arms seems to be fully mechanical. You're not sure because when it goes under his sleeve, you can't really see what's going on up there. But he seems to have a fully mechanical arm, and there might be other contraptions hidden under his gear that you can't really see. But the whole thing is really fascinating to you. But he seems to be, he's just waving. He's happy, and the whole entourage passes you all by and moves up the street. And as it moves away, again, the excitement sort of dies down a little bit. People start thinning out, and while you kind of lose track of where the entourage passes, unless you want to follow, of course, you're welcome to try and do that.
No, I don't think I want to follow them.
No. Very interesting, though.
Okay, so you guys head back to the Pink Pearl or get ready for your meeting for the day?
Yeah.
Okay, then in some sense you do kind of follow the entourage back, at least over across this bridge, and then they turn right this direction. You lose track of them as you turn left off to the Pink Pearl, and you still hear, again, conversations, overhear people talking about, oh, it's been over a year since the Sky Captain has been here before, and da 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 da. So you pick up a little bit that this has, this isn't an amazing brand new occurrence, but it's a very rare occurrence for the people of Earshore. And Lucius, I forgot, you're a Earshore resident. You've probably
Indeed.
heard of the Sky Captain, certainly heard of the Sky Captain, probably even seen him once or twice before.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And he's just a celebrity of these parts.
He's just a neat guy.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. And
He's a neat guy that we might hang out with at some point to get
Right.
onto the Sky City, because that sounds like
Exactly.
somewhere we would want to go.
yeah, exactly. Just adding some flavor to the dish, giving you some more things to think about what's out of there in the world.
Imagine if our ship became an airship, then we could do it ourselves.
Like,
I think I can do that. I think I
I'm
got.
Sounds
pretty
good.
sure you can.
I think I got a spell for that.
I'm open for all these possibilities. That's why I'm just making opportunities. So yeah, okay. So the Sky Captain arrived today, but you all have a date with Wilbur, and not Wilbur. Well, Wilbur might be there, but Wilhelm and Gregor. So I think this might be a good time to do a 10-minute break.
Cool.
We cool
Right.
for that?
Sounds good.
Okay. And we'll come back in 10 minutes.
10.
All right.
All right, I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Who's back?
I'm eating nuts, but I'm back.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
I'm doing
I
cheese
didn't
it.
expect to be killing teenagers today.
Yeah, you never
Yeah.
expect that.
I kind of probably could have held back, but I'm kind of drunk. So
It happens to the best of us.
that's just like, fuck these kids, man, taking my shit.
Yeah, no, if they commit theft, it's legal to kill them. That's how it works.
This is the medieval fantasy world. I took that one dude's hand. That's the crime. That's the punishment, right?
Yeah, I don't think we need to look that up. I think we just know it off the top of our heads. I think we just
Absolutely.
decide the laws ourselves, yeah.
Yeah, what? He attacked me.
Maybe we'll have to have another medieval trial. Dun dun
I
dun.
hope
I
not.
forgot about that.
We got
Wasn't that like one of our first sessions?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the second session or something.
That was a shit ton of a long time ago. Goddamn.
Yeah. Kind of cool to think that we've been playing for so long.
I love Angelics, but I think Raphael has a lot more going for him.
I feel the same way about Locke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think one day we should play like one closing session of that campaign. Like one final session where we just wrap it all up.
Yeah, whether the world ends or not.
Follow it up.
Yeah.
Just fast forward to the boss fight.
Yeah, basically.
Sure, I could do that. We might have to level everyone up to like level 20.
Jesus.
Tight.
That would also be fun.
Yeah, but that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'd be
that's
down
not-
to see Endgame. Yeah, Endgame's Angelics would be dope.
Well, I might start thinking about that because these games have been a lot less battle focused, but those ones we would have these epic battles.
I feel like we're getting there here.
I don't know, that little solo fight was pretty cool.
You did just kill a bunch of teenagers.
Only 2.
It's just the way I design these battles is not the way as I design the other ones. The other ones I tried to make challenges that would be hard, tactical battles, and usually you guys spank them anyways. But these ones, I'm either like, here's some teenagers, do you want to kill them? Or like the last one, I don't think any of the goblins attacked you guys. But
I don't know.
It was still one of the most enjoyable encounters we've had.
Reminded me of an Adventure Time scene.
I'm also a little scared of like going full blast on this group.
Yeah, we're still a little squishy.
And you're not as combat focused, so
Yeah.
No, we built much more roundabout characters.
I think everybody is more narrative based this time. Significantly more narrative based.
I ain't complaining. I love it.
I think so too.
That's why the characters are better. Plus, we're mobsters, and that's just cool.
We are absolutely monsters.
Are we all back now?
Bobby
Bobby. Bobsters.
back? Bobby back.
Bring my body back.
I talked earlier.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that, Bobby.
Okay, I'm having my lunch. Who wants to DM?
A chest of +3 Vorpal swords appear,
Yeah.
and we promptly equip them before Chris finishes his lunch.
Sadly, they only last for one round.
Oh yeah, that's right. You could just delete them after.
Okay, Chris. While you were at lunch, we commandeered the airship.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You're like, fuck Jakey Smiles ship. We're going for the
We were loaned the airship indefinitely.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Permission.
Right.
because we're kings now.
As long as we have full coverage, it's perfectly legal.
And now we're gonna bomb Jaggy Smiles' ship from the air with cannons.
Mhm.
Okay. See, this is where I have to think you guys are gonna go with this. Like,
I'm absolutely heading towards the airship route.
Yeah, of course.
all right, but not today.
No, of course not.
Okay, so
I don't think we get airship at level 4. I don't think that's how that works.
no,
Not unless we were in like a fucking world where there were no oceans and it was just floating continents.
Right.
Okay, let's bring us back to the Dobler estate. I notice you've got some damage on you there, Locke.
Yeah, because I got in a fight.
Yeah. We haven't had a long rest yet, but we have had a short rest. So if you wanted to spend some hit dice, you can.
I do want to spend a couple of hit dice. Oops,
Okay.
I accidentally hit cancel. I was gonna do one more.
There you go. That's a good one. Okay. So you return at the time of your appointment, and you come to the gate.
I don't.
Oh, Locke, you're gonna hang back?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm gonna cast before we go. I'm gonna cast invisibility on him.
okay. Any other preparations that we're gonna do before we get into
Can I move to where I intend to be?
Yeah, where do you intend to be?
I think
Yeah.
I'm going to just start like right here, and then because there's no other entrance, is there?
Not that you've noticed, but you guys haven't really scouted things out.
Yeah, we probably should have done that, but we didn't. So fuck it. So I guess just right here for now.
Okay. So
I failed too loud.
Wait. Before you go, can I do something?
yeah.
I'm gonna cast Long Strider on Locke.
Oh,
And,
nice.
and increase your speed up to 10 feet for an hour.
Fucking A.
Nice. Thank
That's
you.
also super sick.
Yeah.
On Locke, that's even double pimp.
Yeah, because I can triple move.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Here, I'll roll.
Locke, do a stealth for me.
Yo. Yeah. Fuck it. Oh,
Okay.
wow, that was probably should have been blind. Whoops. I'll reset it right now. There you go. I would like to keep that though if you're cool with it, because that was a sweet stealth roll.
Yeah. All your stealths are usually pretty strong because you got a good bonus.
When I get my next expertise, it's going into stealth too. Because I don't have expertise in stealth, just trained.
Okay, so Locke, you drink your invisibility potion when you guys are, still a couple minutes away. Then, Raphael casts Long Strider on you. You can feel the extra strength that goes into your legs.
No,
And-
into his boots. I cast it specifically into his boots.
Oh, into his boots. You feel the
Yeah.
strength of your laces. And you scurry forward. You're pretty comfortable moving on this sort of lightly grassed ground, and you scoot around behind the guard post, and you manage to quietly sort of come to a rest by the entry there. You could make your way in, but I'm getting the impression that you want to observe what's about to happen. So the rest of the Ivory Crowns come up. You're greeted by the guards. It's two different guards than you saw the other days. But when you, we'll say one of the guards comes up and says, well, what can we do for you?
Well, we're here on to meet with the owners of the estates. We have an appointment.
You have an appointment. He goes back to the guardhouse and he looks at a piece of parchment and he's like, "Oh, are you the Ivory Crowns?"
And I'll tap on the back of my leather jacket. That would be us, yes.
Oh, okay, right. Well, then follow Darren over there. Darren is like a guy who's missing his two front teeth. He comes out and he's like, "Follow me." And you guys fall in behind, I assume.
I cannot move yet.
I'm going.
You can't move.
Oh, you have it paused.
Do I? It doesn't say pause.
Not on my screen. Oh, now it is.
Pause for me. Oh, there we go.
No, it's not. I'm gonna move right in behind them.
I like how we're all using the arrows and not the
The mouse.
clicking. Yeah, so it's like
Kind of more organic for us to
Mm-hmm.
like.
Did I just move where I intend to move?
Sure. So, are you breaking away from them now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I should probably measure out my movements, or do we not care?
We're not in an initiative, so you can
Just move.
and if you are trying to scurry, remember that's going to mean you're not as quiet. Okay, so you can still move slowly if you want, but also as you move out here, you notice that the vines and stuff. There are a number of workers in this region. I haven't put them down on the map. I only put guards down and stuff. But you're walking about, so you are still trying to be a little bit quiet.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly what you see is nothing like super surprising. You see, farm workers that are, weeding the crops or watering the crops or maybe even pulling down some grapes into bushels of grapes and filling up baskets. But normal farm stuff. And are you just exploring for the moment?
I was gonna head towards the manor.
All right, then go ahead. Do it. So you find that this pathway here, there's only two people in this whole long pathway here heading towards the manor, and you feel like you can probably pretty easily sneak by them. And as you come up to here, you notice that there are, let's see here, there's a guard here. But this guard is not, he doesn't look like he's on duty. He doesn't have any weapons on him. He is wringing out a cloth over a bucket out here. And this building that you're standing right next to kind of looks like it's a barracks. Okay.
Okay.
Can you see in that window? You can.
I can.
So over there you can see just the beginnings of what looks like a servant's living space.
Okay, I'm gonna head over here then.
Okay.
And I'm gonna check to see if this door's unlocked.
Do
I
a
think it's so cool that we can't see what he's seeing. That's really cool.
Do a perception check for me.
A what?
I agree. I think that's a good plan, Andrew.
What did you want to check for? What was it?
Perception.
Oh, the worst. Not investigation, you're sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. You touch the knob just to see if it's locked or not. It's not locked, but you can hear voices on the other side of the door. You can't make out what they're saying.
I'm gonna peep in the window then.
Okay, you can see that there are three people sitting at that first table, and they're having lunch.
Not worth. We're gonna head over here then.
Okay. You now see that the building you've just finished passing was like servants' quarters. You can also see that there is smoke coming out of a center chimney there on that main building. But then you can see the building that you're approaching now is the main manor building. And it is definitely more ostentatious and nice to look at. But from where you're looking here, there are no windows on this side of the building looking in.
Right. Okay. I'll head up here. Let's see here. I'm gonna go.
When you walk through that area, you're pretty confident that joined to the
It's
left.
probably the servant's entrance,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna head over to this window and take a peek inside.
Boom. Can you see inside?
I can.
Okay.
Is there anything in particular I see in here? Like any people?
Yes. It is the lunch hour, and you can see. Let me just grab my notes better. Eating in here there's an orcish woman with two younger children, one human and one orc, both female. One is a teenager, one is about 8 or 9. They seem to be having lunch. There is also a couple, which is a human male and a dwarven female. She's pregnant, and they're also having lunch. They're sitting at the far table. And while you watch a couple servants move in and out, to deliver them
Okay.
food and such.
I'm gonna head over here. I'm just gonna take a look over here.
Okay, actually, as you start approaching that back corner there, you can see in the back corner there is a teenage human boy who he's dressed as a noble. He has nice clothes on, but he's also wearing a sword, not a full-on long sword, more like a rapier, like you're used to. And he's sort of practicing his slices out at the back, and he's going like hi-ya, ho, yeah, ha, cha,
Okay.
and he's kicking and stuff like that.
Is this window unlocked?
Let's
Do windows have locks?
Yeah, good. That's what I'm going through in my head. It's like, of course, windows should have locks, right? Let's
Yeah.
see. Let's roll some percentages. Roll a 50% chance to see if this.
Roll a D100.
Yeah, and call high or low, and that's to see if it opens or not.
I go high.
Oh, great.
Yes.
So it is a window that opens. So now we'll do that again to see if it's locked or not.
Okay. And I'll do high again.
Okay. Not locked. So-
Ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I'm locked.
Because you're locked, haha. Boo-boo.
I'm gonna open it and just slide right in
Okay.
while the boy's distracted.
All
Now,
right.
Could you move me in there? I can't move through that.
Sure. Bloop.
And then I'm gonna close it behind me, obviously.
Okay. Do a stealth for me too. I want to make sure how much noise you make when you did that.
Oh, God damn it! I forgot to set it back to blind again.
No problem. You're a sneaky motherfucker. You're usually getting away with shit.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. You find yourself in the living quarters of. You're not really certain whom, but it looks like it is occupied by a couple, a man and a woman. And that's about all you can really see in here.
Is this a desk or a dresser?
Dresser.
Okay. What about this? Just a table?
Also dresser.
Side table? Okay. I'm gonna head over here,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I don't know if this is locked. I'm gonna try the handle.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It seems unlocked.
I'm gonna slowly open it, like a little bit, just to like sneak out. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. All right,
Did I open it? Yeah.
Yeah. Are these like toys? for
You
kids?
betcha.
Okay, so this probably isn't that important. It's a bedroom, so I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna try the same thing on this. Like slip through.
Okay, so you open up this one, and now you can hear. Let's see. You can just hear the a sound of some voices having a conversation, near enough that you don't think they probably saw you crack open the door, but they seem like they're in this room or in the adjacent room.
I'm gonna slide in.
Okay. When you go in, you see that there are two servants standing over here, and they're having a conversation about lunchtime meals.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to pause you right here, okay?
All right, and move over to the other group.
Yeah. So, back to the other group. We're walking in, and y'all can follow us all the way up to the main gate here. The guard's leading you in. Doo, 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 doo. And when you get to here, you see Walber, the vintner that you talked to the other day, and he says, "Good day, good day." And you go past here. They're loading up one of the carts full of kegs. It looks like they're getting prepared. You can see the stable yard right there. Just inside there, you can see a couple stable folks, mucking out stables and such. And you come to the main gate here, and he says, "All right, you can go right on inside here." Boop. Does the door open?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And inside here, you are greeted by a butler. Let's see. Oops, not here. I'm trying to see if I made names for any of these people. No. I didn't. Okay. Yeah, so there's an older dwarven butler who comes to the door, and he says, "Oh, greetings and welcome to the Cross estate. You're here to meet with the masters, and they are waiting in their sitting room. Please follow me." And he leads.
As you say.
You notice this is just a sort of a main kind of like sitting room here, entranceway room. I'll use this guy as our butler now. And he says, right this way. And he says, we are going to move through the master's living quarters. Please do not keep your hands to yourself. Moving right in, and it comes right here. Ooh.
Take a look around the master's living quarters.
Yeah,
straight through it.
This looks like it is a nice noble person's sleeping quarters. The bed is decked in silks and furs. It looks like it is probably occupied by an older couple, but that's about all you can tell. And then you're led in here, where again I don't have the folks, but you are asked to take seats on this couch area over here. And sitting behind the desk here is one human gentleman, and then there's another human gentleman sitting in this chair. And maybe I will grab some. Maybe I'll be able to find a noble or two that I can plop down there. All right. So there are two nobles in there. The butler leads you in. He says, Masters Gregor and Wilhelm Eiselcross, I present to you the ivory crowns. And the four of you are allowed in. They make minor greetings. He says, hello, I'm Gregor. That's what this one says. And the other, he says, this is my brother Wilhelm. And Wilhelm says, hi. And you all can introduce yourselves.
Lucius McPherson. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Lucius. Turns to the rest of you. Where's Raph? Raph?
Oh, he's under me.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was on mute.
Oh, no problem.
I'm
I
coming
was just
back
looking
now.
for your character. No?
Yeah, I'm in the wrong room. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Okay. This is well met. Greetings. Now, you have asked for this appointment, and my vintner Wilbur said that you had made a very gracious donation to the winery, so we are happy to meet with you. But he did not tell me what the nature of this meeting was going to be about.
Well, it's twofold, really. One, I have a piece of your history in my collection at the moment, and I'm wanting to share it with you and possibly ask some questions about it.
A piece of our history? Well, you certainly have me intrigued. Go on.
If you do not mind, I pull out the bottle and I'll walk over and I will place it on said table.
Okay. He looks over at it, and when he looks at it, do an insight check. His eyes widen in surprise just ever so slightly as he looks at the bottle, and then you notice him exchange a glance with his brother before he looks back at the bottle, and then he gains a little bit more composure on his face, and he says, well, this bottle bears a striking resemblance to the Eiselcross bottles, but I have to say I am not familiar with it.
Well, that's because it was the winery that was here before the Isocrux people came. It was founded by I think by your grandfather, if I'm not not crustacean, not
You are a
mistaken.
crustacean.
Is that a... Sorry, that was almost
George,
fire.
I think Georg is his name. Georg Isselcross.
My grandfather, yes, he founded this winery indeed,
About
over
100 years
years
ago,
ago.
in the bones of an old winery called the. I am only assuming it was called the Dobler Estate, and this right here is Dobler wine.
Well, this is a fascinating story. I had not heard of this myself before, but I have no reason but to take you on your word. Um, of course, my time here does not go back that far. Um, how did you come about this knowledge and this wine?
Well, you see, I'm tracking a certain person. He's long dead now. I'm just trying to unearth anything that I can to learn about him. And under my travels, it became clear that he has stayed in the Dobler estate about 100 years ago in this very mansion that you now live in.
I see. Well, I'm not certain if I can help you with anything. We and my family have lived here for many decades, and we know nothing of any Doblers. It's at this point that his brother says, um, he says, Gregor, perhaps these Ivory Crowns would be interested in one of our special tours. And Gregor looks over at him and he says, Wilhelm, no. Ugh. He seems exasperated and upset. He says, um, yes, we do not know anything of who owned this estate before us. Our father and grandfather were quite secretive about it, yes.
Well, I would always be all right with a tour, but if it's overstepping our bounds.
Didn't he look surprised when he first looked at the bottle?
Yeah, I did.
Is he not? Is he lying then about not knowing anything?
Yeah, I'm assuming. That's why if we go on a tour again,
Hmm. Could be a trap.
it could be, and then if it is, we can blast them.
I think it is a time for us to see the rest of this facility. I would love to inquire about your technologies and the vats that you use to distill the wine.
Well, Wilbur told me that he had already given you a tour of the winery. Do you want another one?
No, sorry. We would like a tour around the mansion if at all possible.
Gregor speaks again and he says, Wilhelm misspoke. There are no tours of the mansion available.
Oh, well, why'd you say that then? That was an amazing idea, but all right.
Wilhelm says, Brother, they are obviously very eager. And Gregor says, Wilhelm, we discussed this. We do not give out tours anymore, no matter how eager they might be. Wilhelm does not respond, but he kind of glances over at you, Lucius, tries to get your eye contact.
Okay, so
Contacted.
yeah,
He sort
I'd
of,
like to.
yeah, he gives you a little
sorry.
signal like, talk to me later or seek me out
Okay.
later.
Okay. Well, if you wouldn't mind, I guess we could leave you with this wine and we could go talk outside.
Okay, so you offer the bottle of wine to Gregor,
Absolutely.
and he says, well, I thank you for this piece of our history, and I'm sorry we couldn't help you find what you were looking for. Wilhelm gets up and says, I'll make sure, I'll see them to the gate, brother. And he says, I'm sure you will.
As we're walking out, I would like to turn to the guy. can say. I mean no insult here, but it is a good idea to be in good standing with people like the Ivory Crowns.
He says, "Well, that sounds a bit like a threat."
Under no circumstance, mio porto, we are here guests in your home. I have no intent to do anything but increase our friendship.
Well, if there is anything we can do for you, other than the tour my brother mentions, please do mention it. We try to be good neighbors and good partners with our friends from Earshore.
I appreciate the sentiment. I believe we will have a lucrative partnership soon.
Well, we always would love to have more clients for our wonderful wine. And if you are happy to spread the word, then we are happy to see you again.
I bid you good day, sir.
All right. Wilhelm gets up and he says, "Follow me. I will show you to the gates."
Okay, we follow him.
He leads you out. He walks through this room with some comfort, and he leads you out to the main gate. And when you get out here,
What?
Hold
You get a
on.
little
Jeremy's
scrambler.
mic is scrambling you.
Is
Yeah.
it? Oh, is it really?
I think it's your fan. Do you have a fan
Yeah.
going?
Yes, I do. Oh,
Yeah, it's the fan.
thank you for letting me know. Sorry, boys.
You're good, man. I just looked up and I saw yours was like fucking all flashing, and I was like, damn.
This is like a fucking airplane hangar. I was like, what is he?
All right. Sorry about
okay. All right. So you follow Wilhelm out here. The older butler is there, and he's like, good day," and he leads you outside. And as you get outside and out of earshot of these guards here, he says to Lucius, "Where'd you guys go? Come on, walk in, guys. I'm walking here." Why is this so much fun? Okay, so he walks out here, and as you come around the corner here, he says, "I don't know what you're looking for here, friend, but if you are interested in
You
getting
actually do know exactly what I'm looking for. I said it inside.
I feel like he was very clear about what
I
he
was
looking
I was
for.
very direct with you.
Well, listen, my brother doesn't like to talk about the history of our family, and if you want to learn more, I recommend coming back here late tonight. If you can get on the grounds after midnight, I will leave the stable door open to the manor. If you can find your way in, I will meet you and show you what you're looking for."
Is there any way to get into this? Best way to get into the manor undetected?
Well, I'll leave that up to you. I'll tell you, we have guards that are on patrol, and we have guards at the front gate. We usually have 4 guards at the front gate, 2 at the front of the manor house. But if you go in through the stable yard, I'll make sure the stable boy takes the night off.
And
The stable yard, he points, and you can probably see,
look over here.
is
Right?
over here, right? Yeah, there's the back room out. There's the back of the stable.
So we could
over
just
here.
hop the fence over here, right?
That's one possibility for sure. Yeah. Or, sneaking in invisible style, or killing a bunch of guards, or meteor swarming the whole place. I don't know.
Well, let's just wait like over like completely off the map over here until the guards are like they're going around the estate, right?
He says there are some guards on the patrol around the estate. Yeah.
Right? Just wait until the patrol is gone and then we fucking climb the fence. Oh, we need Locke too, but he'll be out after an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what time is it right now anyway?
It's like noon, so you got like all afternoon to scout out
Yeah.
and make plans.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so let's go back to Locke then. Locke, the reason I wanted to pause you there is you watched as they walked in through this hallway into this other room, and you saw the rest of the Ivory Crowns go. They were led by this butler, and yeah, they just disappeared in for their meeting.
You mentioned something about servants around here, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna pull out a little copper coin and I'm gonna throw it over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure that it makes noise when it hits.
Right. They're all like, "Oh, what was that? Oh, let's check it out." Totally NPC style. And they walk over there.
That's what I was kind of hoping for.
And one of them goes over there and is like, "Where did this come from?" "I don't know." And they start looking around, a little suspicious. And you are just trying to sneak past them?
I'm guessing I'm gonna. Where are they at? Like, where are they at specifically? Where your cursor is? Both of them are over here?
Yeah, they both walked over there to find the coin that you...
I'm gonna try to... I think I want to sneak in here first.
Okay. So, this door is also unlocked.
Is what?
It's unlocked.
Alright, I'm gonna do the same sneaky in that I did before.
Okay, do a sneaky check.
Sneaky check.
Okay.
Trying to be real sneaky.
This door is a little bit squeaky as you do it, and you are pretty sure, even though you opened it and like closed it back again, you're almost confident that those two servants heard you.
Well, that sucks.
But you're still invisible.
In that case, since it was squeaky, I'm gonna just leave the door open, like leave it hanging, like maybe they didn't close it all the way.
Sure. Okay. And anyways, you find
yourself.
yourself.
There doesn't appear to be fucking anything in here.
No. So this room seems to be. It's interesting. It's sort of like a special room. The most important thing in this room is on the far wall. There is a large mirror, which you can't see yourself in because obviously it is you're invisible, and it has a small velvet rope on a chain in front of it, and there's some statues and stuff about the room. When you look around the room, what you see, these are mostly reliefs of different members of the Isocross family. These two over here you recognize. Oh, maybe you don't recognize because you haven't met those other two. But hint, hint, that's Wilbur and Wilhelm and Gregor over here. And there's a couple other family resemblance kind of folks over here. This looks to be kind of the shrine room of the Isocross family. Yeah.
I'm gonna slide through the open door again.
Okay.
Without trying to touch it. I'm just like, no, it's not what I'm looking for.
As you come up to that open door, you see that the two servants have come right to the other side of the door, and they're like, "What's going on?" And they close the door right in front of you.
Okay, fair.
And you're now kind of, at least for the moment, trapped in this room.
Okay, well, I'm gonna approach this then. I'm gonna reach out and poke the mirror.
Okay, you reach out and touch the mirror, and you can tell immediately that the mirror is enchanted from the magical kind of hum that you feel on it.
Hey.
Huh, okay. I don't know shit about magic. So
Step into it.
Help me too much. I'm actually gonna press my hand against it and see what happens.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so you push your hand like you're trying to push into it.
Kind of, yeah.
Locke's going to Narnia.
You,
yeah.
You can feel, your hand does push into the mirror.
It sinks in.
It's a weird kind of sensation. You can't see on the other side, so now it looks like you've got your hand cut off. If you know what that means. You know what I mean.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'm gonna walk through the mirror.
Okay. You walk through the mirror into another room that looks suspiciously like this room, a mirror image of this room, but is a lot different. And at this point, I have to not say anything more because you are trapped in this mirror realm. You cannot get back.
Oh, fuck.
So we will fast forward to, well, not fast forward, we will switch back to the other group. The other group, you guys go back outside. You wait for Locke to come back, and he doesn't after the hour.
Yeah.
And let me check what else. Yeah, okay, so he doesn't come back, and now you guys are starting to get a little bit suspicious and worried.
Oh, it's either he got caught in there, or he's off spending the coin or selling the things that he got. I still say we go through with the plan. If he's captured, maybe we could find him.
I don't think there's any reason to not go with the plan. I agree.
Yes, I agree as well.
I think Locke can more than enough take care of himself.
He'll be fine.
I am in the mirror realm drinking.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that'd be good.
wait. I realize you guys just bought something today that might be helpful.
Yeah.
Oh, sending stones.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna try and contact him on the sending stone too.
Okay,
we can just
which
fucking
means
talk.
I kind of have to do what happened to Locke. Fuck.
Fuck. Where is he, Chris?
Did we
Where
beat-
is he, Chris?
Did we beat Dungeons and Dragons? Did we do it finally? Did we beat the game?
No, you just ran up onto my unprepared part of today. So I wanted to cut off here and be like, and that's where we end. But okay, so fuck. I thought this was gonna be so awesome trapping him in there, and now I'm like, oh no. Okay, so we're back to Locke, I guess. Locke, you appear in a mirror version of this room, although the actual architecture of this room is different. The doorway isn't where the doorway is anymore. It's now over on this side of the building. I haven't finished making this map, or else I would I have transferred you over to this map. And what happens is, as you come out of the mirror, a collection of 6 automatons start coming out of the doorway over here, and the lead automaton comes up and says, "Hello, master. Welcome home. Allow me to take your cloak." And the first automaton goes to take your jacket off. Another one comes up to try and take your sword belt off, and another one.
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay, so
Everybody's trying to take Locke shit today.
yeah, so
Yeah, right.
you realize they're very insistent, and they are trying to take these things off you. At the moment, you have danced away, but they are going to try and take your shit.
I am going to continue not letting them take my shit.
Okay, and what's your strategy for doing that?
I'm just gonna keep running away from them.
Okay, so
With my fancy footwork.
okay, they kind of get you cornered towards one of the corners. You are quick and you are pretty dexterous, but you're gonna have to dash past them, which is gonna give them a chance to actually grab at you.
I choose to run back towards the wall I'm against and run up and wall jump over them.
Okay, do an acrobatics check for me.
I would like to use that inspiration that I got back.
Fucking A. Okay, you do it. They're not super dexterous automatons, and you spring out on the other side. You're now free. They're now in the corner. You're out, and you can head back towards the mirror. You could head towards the doorway that they came from.
Well, I assume the mirror I already know doesn't work since I'm
Well,
trapped
you
here.
don't. I kind of lie. I mean, I kind of spoiled that already, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
so
not gonna let you
run-
get back through the mirror.
Yeah, I'm gonna run towards that door. Bye, fellas.
Okay. You go rushing through the door, and you enter into a room that is starting to look.
Wait.
Yeah.
They tried to get me immediately after I came in?
Yeah.
Because I'm still invisible then.
You are still invisible. Well, they still tried to do that, we'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was like immediately after I came in. I'm still fucking invisible.
No, and you are still invisible. So they obviously had some means of detecting your arrival, and then somehow they were able to detect you visually. I guess now they can see invisible things. Oh well.
They have true sight now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but in any ways, they seem a little bit confused by you evading them, and you now are away from them. You go to this next room. There is a door there, so if you want to try and close it behind you, you might be able to do that. But you also notice that the room that you are in looks to be torture room / prison chamber. The prison cells, there's no one in the cells that you can see. There are some like body parts, but not like fresh ones. They're mostly bones and such that are scattered about in the room. And you can see some kind of magical devices that you're pretty sure that Lucius and or Raphael would have some idea what it is, but to you they just look like magical vials and tubes and things.
Small enough to scoop up?
No, it's a pretty elaborate structure that has been set up, and one thing you notice is that the devices are like they have tubes and stuff that go into the prison cells.
Okay.
There are other. There is another doorway out to this side, and then there is another there's a very large looking doorway at the far end. It's about at least 15 feet high and 15 feet wide.
I'm gonna head down that hallway, man.
Towards the big door?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is going on over there, man?
I have no idea. I have no clue.
I'm assuming this is Tristan's laboratory.
So
Probably.
you go up to this door. Carved on the doorway are some pretty impressive carvings of a dragon. On the left-hand side, there is a goat. On the right-hand side, and there is a lion that's right in the middle that is sort of split by the door. There's two doors, and it splits in the middle, and the lion is carved over two of them.
I guess I'll head over there, man. I mean,
Over to the door. You're at the door.
okay, I'll try and open it. Actually, I want to check for traps.
Okay.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Sure, do an investigation check. You can hear some of the automatons at the far door behind you starting to approach the door, but go ahead and make a... Yeah. The door seems to be enchanted. You're not sure if it's trapped, but it seems to be magically controlled.
I'm gonna see if it's locked. Is it locked?
Yeah, that's what I meant by the magical control. Is
Okay. I'm gonna look around then for a magical control, like switch or some kind of button.
Nothing in this room.
Oh fuck! Are there any other doors?
Yeah, there's another door that leads out on this side. It's not elaborate. It's just a normal ass door.
I'm gonna head that way.
Okay.
And I'm gonna check that one for traps, I guess. If I
All
got
right. Okay. You do a very quick cursory check for traps on that door, because as you're over there, the other door opens and the automatons start walking out and they say, "Master, master," and they start chasing you. But you bust out into another room, a large room the hallway moves off to the right, and there's a very large room that looks like a laboratory / library. There are a few things in this room that are of interest to you. The main thing is there's a giant motif on the floor, and it is a pentagram type motif, and there are 5 different crystals depicted on each of the points of the star. Let me just see if I've got notes here that might be helpful. There's not too much there that you recognize because it is, again, more arcane symbols on this thing, magical stuff. You're wary of it. Maybe it's enchanted as well. You can't tell at this distance. But throughout the room are a large collection of different kind of magical, alchemical, and tinkering tools, devices, etc. It kind of looks like the laboratory that you found in the tower, except way more elaborate. And the last thing I'll say is that while the laboratory in the tower looked to have been long abandoned and not well used, this one looks to have been used at least within the last year.
I'm gonna look for anything that looks like notes or pieces of paper that might have writing on the anything that looks important, any paperwork that looks like it's important. Is that investigation?
Yeah, sure. So you are overwhelmed with how many things look important in this room. There's a library, so there are a bunch of books. There's also a couple desks that definitely have papers on them, as well as other things. There are things that look like they're actually magical implements, potions, for instance. You notice that there are, you can see potions that you recognize from your own familiarity as potions of healing, but also potions of invisibility.
Is what? You're cutting out a lot.
Am I? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Discord must be... Oh, my bad.
You're good.
No,
I'm
it's alright.
only hearing like every other word, so I don't know what's going on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's part of the story. It's part of the story.
You see
Long
potions of invisibility. You see potions of healing. You see scrolls.
I scoop those invisibilities, man.
Okay, so I'll say that you have enough time to scoop those up before the automatons break into the room.
How many are there? So I can just put
There
them-
are 6. Oh, how many invisibility potions?
Yeah, I know how many automatons there are.
There
well
are-
versed-
there are 2.
We know where those guys are at.
There are
I'm
2.
well versed in that.
Do you mind if I narratively trap
what?
you? If I narratively trap you?
No, it's fine.
Okay. So, I'm going to say that they eventually grab hold of you, grab your shit, and throw you in one of these prison cells.
A little rough, aren't you, boys?
Yeah.
Little rough treatment for a man you're calling master, isn't it?
And then you notice that they put most of your shit on one of the like tables in the torture room, and then they go back to just being completely idle in the room, like they just stand like fucking statues in the room, and you are just left in this prison cell for the moment.
Did they find my hidden gun?
I'll say that your gun and your dagger are probably still.
I don't have the dagger. I had to give it to Jimeni.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you still have your gun on you,
I
and
need to get another dagger.
you probably have a couple other things. You probably have a dagger on you, but it's not a magical one. It's just a regular one.
This is the exact situation that I keep the gun hidden for.
Yeah. Okay. This is also why I want to make sure you have it. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so you get cornered by them motherfuckers. They finally grab all your shit and they throw you into this cell, and your invisibility potion wears off. And now you're hearing Raphael or someone in your sending stone ear being like, "Hey, Locke, where are you?" Or that's on you guys. You guys can start the conversation now.
Hey, Locke, where are you?
Well, I am in some kind of prison/torture room. Y'all remember that? I saw y'all go into the room with the big bosses or whatever, the butler. So the room, just down the hall to the north. In that room, there's like 4 statues and a mirror. If you go through the mirror, because it's magic, you can't come back out. And there's 6 asshole automatons in here who take your shit and throw you in jail. There's also
So you are stuck in jail?
yeah,
Through a mirror.
yeah, that's pretty accurate. Also,
Could you work out by any means how the inner functionings of the automatons were working?
I don't even know what that.
Okay, sorry, not appropriate. I'm sorry, I apologize.
I don't understand.
How strong were these things?
Pretty fucking beefy. I mean, we could get Dresdis in here. It wouldn't be no issue.
You hear that, Dresdis? It looks like we got some work to do.
So what? We just go into the estate and we go through the mirror and we save. What are you suggesting?
Well, I mean, who else is? What else is he gonna show us? We're gonna meet up with the brother. He's probably gonna show us this mirror. We're not gonna tell him about Locke, because I am assuming Locke already stole some of his clothing or something.
I have not managed to steal a goddamn thing.
Locke,
I don't know
I
if I
haven't. They
believe
don't keep anything of value out.
that's
I
a
found
net
nothing.
loss. 125 gold for that
Oh,
invisibility.
there's a
scroll.
bunch of invisibility potions and other shit in here in the
We're trying to
laboratory.
run. We're trying to run an organization here.
I swiped them, but then the damn robots caught me, and now I don't know how to get them back.
Can the robots see invisibility?
Yeah. I
Oh,
was
that's an
still
important
invisible-
detail.
Still invisible when they caught me.
Right. I think we could get in there pretty easily, actually, tonight.
Well, I say we wait and we talk to the brother.
Agreed. We're gonna have to talk to the brother first, Locke. You just stay safe, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, not much safer than just being stuck in a cell by myself.
Yes, and I'm sure we will get to you long before your thirst kills you.
I hope so.
So,
That'd be
so
nice.
nothing to worry about there. No, I said that's why I said it. Nothing to worry about.
That is not very non-worrisome.
Oh no. We will be there immediately.
Right then, you
By
realize that
immediately, like 6 hours.
those automatons have not moved at all, and you also look around the room and notice there's no food or water easily
Did
available.
they take my rum flask?
No.
Then I'm fine.
Okay. They mostly took your like jacket and your weapons and your backpack and stuff. They didn't really do a thorough search of your actual body. So
I'm
anything
gonna
that
start drinking.
yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh, okay. Well, he has his rum, so I'm sure he'll be fine for 6 hours.
Alright.
So the rest of y'all, I assume, go and camp out like you were saying around the corner, right?
Yeah, just hang out for a little bit.
Okay, so we'll send you over here behind the stable yard. That's what Lucius said. You notice it's kind of forested over here, so it's pretty easy to just hide in the woods. And you wait until midnight, and you wait, and it's dark, and now it's dark. One thing you notice is that there is a guard that patrols around the outside, and there's sort of like a little patrol path that I probably should have put on here that goes around through this woods. So whenever he comes back by, y'all kind of quiet down and make sure he doesn't hear you. But you also notice that his cycle, or he's on a pretty common routine. He kind of comes every couple minutes. I think I have exactly how many minutes here. I didn't. I did not put down how many minutes, so I lied about that. But yeah, there's one guard that patrols, and we'll say about every 5 or 6 minutes he comes passing by. He's not moving super fast, and he seems like he's bored most of the time. And then around dinner time, that guard gets swapped out for another guard, and that guard again, the first hour of his shift is he seems kind of attentive, but after that he seems kind of bored and is just wandering around. And yeah, that's what you see. So now it's midnight. What are you gonna do?
We have to get in there.
Let's wait. Okay, so it's sealed off. Is that what's going down?
Well, it's the
No.
wall.
The gate's still open.
The gates are where the guard. There's 4 guards at the gate.
Right, and we're not going to the gate. We're going to the back corner.
Well, I have.
I peek over the wall right here.
The wall is 10 feet tall.
I cast
Okay.
spider climb.
I
Nice.
cast jump.
Nice.
Let me look first.
Spider climb. 1 willing creature you touch.
I touch myself and I
Ooh.
look over the wall.
When I think about you, I touch myself. You have no problem climbing up once you cast spider climb on yourself. You get to the top of the wall, and you can just see in the distance there's another guard patrolling on the inside of the wall, but he's walking away from you on the walking north down this path.
Wait, we're at on this path.
We'll stay right here. Here, I'll move one. Boop, boop.
Well, I can't see anything.
Can't see over the walls. Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, right now, climb over. Hide behind the hay bale as soon as you get over here.
So that I'm
And
able to
I say
jump
that
in.
telepathically to all of you.
Okay.
Okay, Geo, come over here and I'll help lift you up.
Alright.
Okay, that's no problem. Geo, you get heaved up.
Alright.
Does he
Dresdes,
walk
you're
way
probably-
farther while the rest of them get over the wall?
Yeah, the guard keeps walking away. Yeah.
Sick, okay.
I want everyone to do a stealth check at the moment, but Dresdes, you're tall enough to climb, and Raph, you do a jump.
Yeah, I cast jump.
Yeah, then you have no problem to jump up on top of that wall.
I'm doing a stealth. You said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll athletics get myself over, and then I'll try to stealth.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone kind of lets themselves down kind of lightly, except for Dresdes. That's still, he's a pretty heavy dude. But for an elephant, he actually doesn't make very much noise. And you pop down, and despite the little bit of noise that Dresdes is making, it didn't seem like the guard noticed and continues to walk away.
Is my ornithopter still over the wall?
Yep. We're...
It's like over here somewhere.
Yeah. Boop.
Hey,
And-
thank you.
And Geo, did you bring your sheep with you?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess. I will I can get
He
up.
probably just shifted to Granitan and like earth moved underneath the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Um,
would be ideal.
And you guys are standing here. There's a cart that looks like it is regularly used to cart manure away. And there is a pile of manure. And there is a large stable yard, which at the moment is empty. There are no horses or in it at all. The fence is easy to climb over if you want to.
Yeah, let's just climb. Oh, I can't.
You can't? Because I probably
Oh, there
put
we go.
walls there.
And then I'm gonna go right here and look inside, peek around the wall.
You see a stable yard. Or you see a stable, I should say. You see horse. There are horses in each of the stalls, but they all appear to be asleep. There seems to be no stable yard no stable boy on duty at the moment.
Sleeping horses, huh? Okay.
Right?
Well, let's walk in.
Okay, you signal to everyone else.
Alright.
I mean, let's try to do it a little bit stealthily, I guess.
Okay, so you guys walk past here. Lucius, you can see that there's a guard standing outside the stables.
Said they wouldn't be a guard. Damn it.
He's actually sitting on this hay bale and he's smoking a pipe. He's not
Where
really
is he
noticed
at?
you.
Is he facing towards us?
Here, I'll move so you can see. Did you see him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sitting on that hay bale. He's
Okay.
facing away. He's sitting on the hay bale, facing away.
Right here.
He could listen
Just
to
get in
you, but
Let's get in the door. If anything happens, I'll cast Sharp Person on him.
could have just. Oh no, I don't. I could have just hit him with the a bolt from the ornithopter. It might not be enough to kill him.
No. Don't be alerting anything. Don't be hurting anybody.
Everyone do another stealth as you go past this guard.
Oh, whoops. It's a good roll, though.
Damn good stealth.
Dresdis.
My bones are hollow, so.
Yeah.
The guard comes out and he comes around the corner and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And he goes reaching for his sword.
I immediately cast Charm Person.
Everyone roll initiative. Let me.
Here we go. Wow, I don't think we've done initiative since the boat. Boom. Hella dope initiative.
Geo.
I'll take it.
What happened to Geo's? Why does it?
That's a good question. I had it clicked. Let me try.
There we go.
again.
Try again. 1.
Excellent.
Excellent. Okay, begin combat. Raph, you are the quickest to react. You see the guard come around the corner. What do you do?
I see him doing what? Sorry.
You're the quickest to react. What do you do?
Okay. I am going to. Okay. I don't fucking know what I'm gonna do here. I can't take a shot because that's just gonna alert everybody to where we're at.
You can always just hold.
Yeah, you want to just hold?
What does that mean? Just not do anything?
Yeah.
No, I could do
It
something.
just moves your turn.
Oh, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Magic Stone.
What does that do? Make one of your bullets magical?
No, it just throws a stone at him.
Okay.
Here, I'll roll.
Well, I was gonna talk him down, but all right, we can do that.
Oh, we were gonna talk him down.
I was gonna.
I was gonna Charm Person him. I have a scroll of Charm Person. I said it.
I mean, he'll be a lot
said-
easier to
you
charm
hated
if I just hit him in the head with a rock.
That's some lock logic right there, bud.
Yeah, I'm leaning all the way into the pirate thing. Okay, yeah, I'll hold my turn. I just won't do anything.
Okay. I was about to make you throw this stone at him. But you think about whipping a stone at him, but then you remember what Lucius said, and you decide to hold your turn. Okay. Dresdis, you are up.
I'm gonna start. Start walking to him and speak. Oh, hold on there, friend. We're actually invited here by the brother of your master to tour.
Make a persuasion check. He looks confused, and he's like, "You were invited for a tour, but why are you coming in through the stables?"
Well, I guess your owner, the actual master, didn't like the idea of his brother giving tours, but yeah, he said he would leave the stable door open for us. As you can see, nothing's broken over there.
As you say this, the stable door actually opens, and Wilhelm steps out, and he says, "Jaren, go back to your post. You've seen nothing here." And he's like, "Okay, master." And he says, "Come on in, hurry, before my brother is woken."
Yeah, we'll go.
Yeah,
Leads
of
you
course.
into here, which is a little stable room. Let me grab the rest of y'all. And I missed your ornithopter, Raph. There we go. And
I
he
know,
said,
that thing's pesky.
he closes the door behind you, and he's like, "All right, we need to move quietly. but stay close. He opens the door, and he sneaks out. Everyone do stealth.
Oh, roll stealth. Is that what you said?
Yeah. All right. Okay. As you go walking through, you hear some noises in some of the rooms to the right of you, and Wilhelm says, "Quickly, quickly! We don't have much time." When he gets to this room, he says, he closes the door behind him, and who are we missing? Geo.
Well, I just still check.
No,
Oh.
you just didn't come along with us. You didn't walk with us where we were going.
Sorry.
He closes the door, and he says to Lucius, because Lucius was the one driving the conversation earlier, he says, "What you know of the Dobler estate is true, and there is still a hidden space that was owned by the Doblers. It is behind this mirror, this enchanted mirror." He pulls the rope away from the enchanted mirror, and he says, "Quickly, you must move into the mirror."
Will do. Well, are you coming with, or are we on our own in there?
You're on your own.
All right. Are we going to be able to exit out through there as well, or what?
Of course.
All right. Thank you,
Can I,
sir.
may I ask why you are not joining us?
I have to distract my brother. He will be here any moment. Quick!
Very well, very well.
Actually,
Okay.
friend, I insist you come with us.
What?
And I draw my halberd.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. What?
I insist, sir, after you.
He says, "I cannot. It does not work for members of the Isocross family."
You cut out.
It does not work for members of the Isocross family.
Well, we're gonna find out, aren't we? And I'm gonna strength check him towards the thing, and I'm gonna use inspiration on the strength check too.
Okay.
What the fuck?
You rolled a 6 and a 5.
Oh no!
Let's see what he rolls. Oops. Ability check. Okay. He stands his ground. He's like, what are you doing?" And he calls out, "Brother! Brother! Bring the guards!"
Damn it.
Oof.
Damn it.
Um,
Alright, let's
and-
get in there.
yeah, what are the rest of y'all doing?
I'm jumping through.
I already jumped through here.
Okay,
Yeah,
you jump
I'm
through.
following him.
Okay.
I got stuff going in.
I don't even know what Dresdis did.
Yeah, I think everybody else is going on.
Okay, Dresdis, you hear some guards coming in. You can continue to try and push him through the window, or you can just go through the window or the mirror yourself, or you can do anything else.
I'm going to say, I'm certain this is a trap, and when I get out of it, I'm coming back for you. And then I get up to the mirror too.
Okay, make an intimidation check. He looks at you and he's like, as you are passing through the mirror, he says, "You're no match for Master Dobler." And you go through the window or the mirror, and the rest of you who are on the other side of the mirror now, you can see through the mirror to his side. And as the door opens and his brother walks in, he pulls out a sending stone from his pouch, and he says, "Master Dobler, you have some new guests in your lab." And then he puts the sending stone back into his pouch, and he and his brother disappear from your view. And now some automatons enter the room, but we will pause because that encounter will be the first encounter of next week's or next time.
Damn. Fuck yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Knew it. Called it. I fucking
That's
knew
why I was
it.
asking him. I had to ask him. I was like, dude, why aren't you coming with me?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if your family can't come through here, why the fuck is it here? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Of course you could go through it.
There's a lot to be learned. But yeah, I still have to write that chapter, so
Makes sense.
good.
You improv really well at the end there, though. You did good. That's good shit.
as well.
yeah, almost all of this was improv today.
Just
What'd you
by the
say,
by.
Anthony?
I'm gonna need it next Sunday off.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
Sorry.
What
Hey,
about
no
the
worries.
next week?
But sorry guys, I had to say earlier, Anthony, mixed up a word and it inspired a joke I made. Well, I shouldn't say I made. It's basically Anthony made it by accident. But
What was the word I said?
well, I'll tell you, then you'll remember. So what did the squid say to the snail?
What?
I'm a mollusk if I'm not crustacean.
That's so dumb. I love it.
I
Because
know.
you actually said crustacean instead of mistaken.
The-
And I was
Yeah.
like, wait a second, you
The joke hurt me physically.
made a phoneme joke.
Oh, okay, guys. Actually, I've been listening to a new podcast.
Tell me that one again. What was it? Because I have to send that to my friend. What did the...
Oh, what did the squid say to the snail? And he said, I'm a mollusk if I'm not crustacean.
It's so bad, dude. It's not even a good. It's not even a good pun.
Did
It's
I-
awful. Yeah.
I-
Even good.
I love it.
Did
Yeah,
I take years? I feel like I just took years off everyone's lives when I told you guys that.
Worth.
Yeah, I feel like I just smoked 4 packs of cigarettes.
Yeah, right. No, okay. So I've been listening to this fucking podcast. It's called Dungeons and Daddies.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I've listened to that. That shit's awesome.
It's so good, and
Yeah.
like stupid dad jokes like that just deal 1d4 psychic damage to everyone.
Oh, nice.
what?
Nice.
I haven't got to that. That's hilarious.
Oh, dude, it's so fucking funny. That chick who is also playing a dad, she fucking did a dad joke and it solved a puzzle. I'm not gonna spoil it, but,
Oh my
That's
god.
awesome.
but it
No,
was
that
so
podcast
fucking
is
funny.
great, though. Yeah,
Nice.
it's a good one.
Yeah, man.
That was classic.
All right, so we're taking next week off.
Yeah, and what about the following week? Are we good for that one?
I
should
am,
be-
yeah, probably.
I should be just fine.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! You just reminded me. I'm actually
Probably-
dog sitting next weekend.
Oh, so you can't do it either.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. All right. So
Okay,
2
can I
weeks,
make
and then we'll do
another... This is just a brainstorming idea, but since y'all play Pathfinder on Fridays, is it possible that we could swap some weeks?
I'll be alright with that.
I'll see why
Yeah, we just
not.
gotta talk to the other members of our Pathfinder
Yeah.
group.
Yeah, you have other Pathfinders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 other.
Okay, well, I mean,
Or other.
Oh yeah, 4 other.
run
Yeah,
it
sure.
by your other team. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, I think this will still work every other week or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could probably switch. We just gotta confirm.
Yeah. What time do you guys usually play Pathfinder?
We
It's
play
5 to 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, just a request in case that works. If it doesn't work, not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes for,
Yeah.
Sounds good.
works for me too. Whatever y'all want to do. All right, y'all.
Awesome,
All right.
guys. Great
All right.
games again. I love
We'll
this.
see you next time. That was
So
a good
Peace
fun.
out,
session.
guys.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right, take care, y'all.
Peace.